Hello and welcome to the Wembley Cup Final 2017. I'm Lawrence McKenna and today we're going to see two YouTube Goliaths face off. Hashtag United versus Tekkers Town live at Wembley. It's been a long time in the making, guys, but today we see if Spencer can retain the title for the third year in a row. Over the next 90 minutes, you're about to find out. Joining me today, True Geordie, Mark Bright and Saunders. Good to have you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers, Paul. I'm really happy to be back.
Yeah, it is good to have you guys back, and obviously you as well, Brighty.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to it. As you can see, the atmosphere's building, the crowd has started to come in, and I'm looking forward to some goals, plenty.
Of course, today Saunders is here to cover the YouTubers as well, give you a bit of breakdown what's going on. You guys will be pitch side, we're going to be in the commentary box. We start with a bit of news from the Hashtag United side. Rio Ferdinand isn't going to be playing today due to a calf injury. It's last-minute news for Spencer, but their chairman did some calling around and, you know, there are a few names in there. William Gallas is going to be his replacement. What do you think of that, guys? That's pretty big news.
He was world-class.
Well, World Cup winner, Premier League winner, and, of course, France international.
Big name. Doesn't come any bigger than that. I mean, Spencer's made a few calls there and he's pulled it out.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible, isn't it? I mean, there's
strong
also
signing.
Some other legends in there, Mark. I mean, you've got the likes of Stephen Gerrard, Emil Heskey, Robbie Fowler, David James, and, of course, Robbie Savage.
Sorry, Lodge, just got you there.
Yeah.
Listen, these guys make a difference.
Yeah.
So obviously we bring on the boost. After 10 minutes, you're allowed to introduce the legends. They will definitely have an influence in this game. Now, it might be evenly balanced before that, but the legends do, as we've seen, True Geordie, they make a big difference. And I know that last year you said that a professional goalkeeper makes a difference.
Well, yeah, I mean, it didn't really take as much effect last year. But David James is in very good shape. And I'm confident he's going to be a difference maker this year.
Yeah.
He is massive. Yeah. He is huge.
He's going to be a big presence, and mainly because they don't have many professionals in that back line, whereas actually Spencer's playing with Jimmy Conrad back there as well, and obviously guys who play regularly together.
Definitely. I mean, strong signings, a lot of strong legends in both sides, but you can never underestimate the hashtag train.
Yeah.
Guys have been playing together for 2 years now. That's a strong team unit together. They know how each other play. Can't be underestimated.
Yeah, do you think it's a fair point? But listen, you talk about World Cup winners, Champions League winners, FA Cup winners, Premier League winners, League Cup winners.
And Robbie Savage.
Robbie Savage has won 2 League Cups, I think. But listen, these guys are used to the big stage. I think they've all played here at Wembley. They all know what they're doing. They can influence the team if the players pass to them. But the players have to give them the ball. You can imagine Stephen Gerrard can hit it from one side of the pitch to the other. Yeah. But you've got to give him the ball.
Of course, there's a big element here as well for Tekkers Town that they haven't played a lot together before, so that's going to have a key standing on the game.
Well, the thing is, these lads do know each other, and a lot of them are very close friends, so that will help. But it's not the same as playing every single week.
Yeah, it's a very good
That is a big difference.
Very true, True Geordie.
Yeah. This is what I'm here for, mate.
That's why they call him True. Yeah, very good point.
True Blue.
Of course, they got here somehow. Let's go take a look at the journey that brought them to Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay, but you do think they're quite scratchy, don't they?
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the home of football, Wembley Stadium, for the Wembley Cup 2017. As you can see, the crowd are filtering in behind us. We're expecting a crowd in excess of 30,000 fans to join us here, see Hashtag United take on Tekkers Town. Now, you can expect a full 90 minutes of action. Also, we'll be using the Opta Stats this afternoon. So if you haven't downloaded the Wembley app, do so, because you can follow who has the most shots, the most passes, the corners, etc., etc. Also, we'll be using VAR, Video Assisted Refereeing. The International Football Association Board are trying this out today, so we've got an exclusive here at Wembley Stadium. Plus, if you want to get involved yourselves, you can go onto Spencer's Twitter feed and vote for your man of the match. It's really important you get involved because we want one of the boys to win it, one of the YouTubers to win it. And also, we've got Saunders here with me. You know a lot about the YouTubers, Saunders. What can we expect today?
Well, I mean, there's no question that on both sides, there's some incredible football talent. And we've got, first up, the F2 freestylers, we've got Jeremy playing today. Worldwide known as incredible football players, both, you know, freestyling, but we have actually don't that often get to see them play in an 11-side role like they're going to be doing today, or Jeremy is today. So I think that's going to be very interesting. We've also got the likes of YouTube royalty, KSI. Now,
YouTube royalty?
Exactly,
yeah. Expand.
Well, although he may not be known as a perhaps football-focused YouTuber, if you've ever seen him play, you'll know he can just deliver these little moments of magic every now and then. So I think everyone here who's seen that will be looking for it again.
Who are we talking about?
KSI we're talking about now.
KSI?
Yeah. KSI.
I'm expecting a lot of him.
We've also got the likes of Rotashaw, but there is one thing I want to talk to you about, because we have on the Tekkers Town team, we've got Manny, Daniel Cutting, Chris MD, and we also have Joe Weller, who have an advantage over everyone else in that team in the fact that in their respective teams away from Wembley Cup, they have all played against a full-strength #United squad, which I think should be very interesting.
Bit of an advantage.
And obviously, alongside that, we've got some amazing legends. What are your thoughts on the legends this year, Mark?
The legends, oh, well, they all speak for themselves, don't they? Stevie G, it doesn't come any bigger than that, does it? Robbie Fowler, obviously Emil Heskey, Robbie Savage, David James. I mean, they will make a difference, there's no question about that. Also, I'm looking forward to bringing on the boosts. After 10 minutes, you'll see the advertising hoardings. They will go crazy. They'll be circling around. That means that the manager can bring on one of the legends to their team, or all three if he likes. So we're looking forward to that. In the commentary position are Lawrence and the true Geordie. And I'm sure they're absolutely desperate to have a word. How are you feeling, boys? What's the atmosphere like up there?
Thanks, Mark. It's fantastic up here, isn't it, Brian?
I mean, I'm just enjoying life, pal. This is what I was born to do.
You look ridiculously laid back, but inside the stadium right now, it's very, very tense. There's a lot of... the stands are pretty much full at this point.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of very excited people.
One thing I've noticed is it quite a clear favourite here, mate. When Tekkers Town get mentioned, people go wild.
Yeah.
More people want Tekkers Town to win than #.
I think
that's a fact.
Yeah, that's something we spoke about in the studio during the recording, and we maybe underestimated how many supporters of the likes of Jeremy and Billy
KSI and people like that, Joanna. They've got so many fans and they're all here in full voice.
But at the same time, as you saw there, because of the seriousness of the likes of Spencer and Theo and the way they've built up a relationship with the fans, there's also a hardcore supporter base here for the #United guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, every single week these lads put on a # jersey and go out and do their best.
Yeah.
And people are going to have long-term loyalties for that. They want to see them carry on winning. But at the same time, star quality in it.
Yeah.
KSI,
you can
Joe
see
Weller.
that. You can see, I mean, there's family within the #United side. Spencer is flanked by the likes of Seb, other guys who he considers to be YouTube family. Theo and Charlie Morley, those types of guys. Jamel.
Well, at the end of the day, mate, you know, a lot of these lads are good friends. But once we see them step on that pitch, pal, friendship's over. It's time to win a match.
Well, like Brighty was saying there, and it is pretty fascinating, they can bring on the boost, which is one of 3 legends. They might bring on all 3 at once. That could be a real game changer for the likes of Tekkers Town today.
And as Brighty said, you know, the legends, they speak for themselves, mate. You don't even need to introduce them.
In many ways, they all have.
But we might do that anyway when they come on the pitch.
Yeah, we will be doing that.
We've got
Spencer looks incredibly serious.
Do you know what it is, mate? For me, one of the best things about the day is commentating on a Steven Gerrard match.
Yeah.
He, for me, is a great footballer, one of the all-time greats.
I feel the same for a Joe Weller game.
And I went and shook his hand in the back beforehand, and you know, meeting Steven Gerrard, that means something. Do you know what I mean?
What did you say to him?
I think the first thing I said to him was, world class. Because I think, in a way, that Alex Ferguson comment about him not being world-class stuck in my head. So I kind of wanted to reassure him before the big game.
It's all right,
Stephen, you're world-class. Don't let the pressure get to you, mate.
And obviously, William Gallas stepping in at the last minute for Spencer with a calf injury for Rio Ferdinand. Those of you at home might be upset to see Rio's not on the starting lineup, but you know, he's here in spirit.
Talk about like for like, mate. William Gallas, a world-class defender, comes in for Rio Ferdinand, an amateur boxer. So
the teams are about to step out now. It's looking pretty exciting. Here come the guys walking down the tunnel. Spencer, of course, not forgetting to hashtag it. Billy and Jeremy on the other side, not forgetting to Tekkers it.
At the end of the day, mate, Spencer is smiling now, but he said on his Twitter this morning, this is the biggest day of his life, and I know that this man is a complete competitor. This is going to be do or die for him today. He's really, everyone's going to have a good time and all of that, but make no mistake, these lads are desperate to beat each other.
Spencer,
the competition is going to be serious.
Stepping out, Jeremy Lynch taking time to go and kiss hashtag United, currently the hashtag United Cup. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm just glad because Jeremy does wear a lot of hairspray, and that fire didn't catch light. We don't want another Pepsi advert.
Interesting. Joe Weller, of course, steps out alongside a number of these players today. He's played alongside them both. Dan Cutting also coming out there. It's looking good for Dan. Dan's in good shape, isn't he? He's a fantastic man.
I mean, Dan actually looked pretty good in the upcoming episodes of this event. He actually showed a lot of skill, a lot of technique. The thing with Dan, though, is when there's a massive crowd and it's not just you and your mates and a couple of cameras, pressure goes up. And some people buckle under the pressure.
Yeah, well, out comes Chris MD, of course, with Scotty Pollock. Scotty Pollock could be a real key player in the game. He's going to be in the centre.
Scotty Pollock was named, you know, the next big thing for hashtag United, and Seb even said himself, he reckons he's got the potential to go all the way.
Of course, Charlie Morley alongside Rota Shaw there, one and up-and-coming YouTuber alongside Charlie Morley. Charlie Morley, of course, is the next big thing for hashtag United as well, isn't he?
Big things, mate. There's a lot of big things going around, and one of them is Elliot's hair. Yeah. Not you wearing his usual John Lennon specs, I've noticed today.
Yeah, he's not doing an Edgar Davids, as he told us beforehand. Rich back there.
To be fair, Elliot had a cracking game last time out of the Wembley Cup. He really came out of nowhere and shocked a lot of people. Him and Jimmy Conrad at the back proved a really difficult defence to break down.
Of course, Jimmy Conrad starts at right back today for hashtag United, but starting at centre back.
One of your favourite human beings on the planet, Jimmy Conrad.
Obviously, I mean, it makes sense to have Jimmy Conrad in your top 10 humans. Jamel15 steps out there for hashtag United.
Recovering from an injury.
Yeah, and for that reason, he's not starting today, but he will be on the pitch at some point, which is great news for someone who's just recovering from surgery on his eye socket.
Jamel's an effective lad to have. He's a real big unit and good defender.
Here come the loose hips of Poet and Vianic, David Vianic there. Poet's already out on the pitch.
Yeah.
And of course, AJW.
Big supporter of the Uber drivers is David Vianic.
Certainly is. And Robbie Fowler.
What's it like for you, big Liverpool fan, watching God as he's known in Liverpool?
Yeah, like you say, he is called God, and there's a reason you call him God. He strikes a ball in the way that you would imagine someone that is a deity to do so.
I mean, did you see the free kick last season? The last game?
Incredible.
Top corner. He was the one who shocked the world, really. That was when he set the whole Wembley Cup on fire.
Yeah.
Not literally, of course. That wouldn't work.
That would have been horrific. Speaking of legends, Emile Heskey steps out with Theo Baker, and then we see Steven Gerrard's face.
Steven Gerrard, mate.
Steven Gerrard, probably what most people are anticipating as the big difference maker today, right?
Well, if he turns up and he's in shape, he has the more ability than any other player we've ever seen on a YouTube football game.
Of course, and
from one extreme to another,
Robbie Savage. Robbie Savage stepping out alongside KSI, wearing a bandana, obviously taking proceedings very seriously. Yeah,
KSI obviously got a big event himself coming up. Boxing, Joe Weller, they're on the same team today, but I don't think they're going to allow them to be on the pitch at the same time. And we don't want a fight breaking out yet.
No, I mean, we don't want to see a fight before the fight. And then, obviously, there's the legend, the Arsenal legend, France legend, World Cup winner, William Gallas, stepping out ahead of a true legend on YouTube, Hugh Wizzy.
Hugh Wizzy came up and embraced us before the game. Congratulate us on a recent interview I've done with my hero, Alan Shearer.
Alan Shearer, of course.
Nice of him. Hugh is a real sweetheart, but when he gets on the pitch, he is wild.
Speaking of sweethearts.
He changes. A switch flicks in the brain of Hugh Wizzy.
There's something I quite like about the way that Jimmy Conrad's walking out right now, and it's the seriousness on his face. You can see Josh Peters a little bit overawed by the situation there, but Jimmy Conrad stepped out for the United States, and that's why
he was the captain of America. We've literally got Captain America right there. Yeah. I mean, that's a superhero right there. Jimmy Conrad, one of the best blokes you could ever meet, and he's a very classy defender.
He is.
He does all the hard bits, and he does the easy bits, and everything in between.
Everything in between. Speaking of classy, gentlemen, outstep the two managers for either side, Martin Keown and, of course, Stuart Pearce, managers for #United and Tekkers Town, respectively. It's going to be a great...
A former Newcastle player, Stuart Pearce. I mean, we didn't get the best days of his career, I'll be honest, but nice bloke. And Martin Keown, whenever he talks to you, he sounds like he's reading you a poem. It is so sincere.
Yeah.
He warms the heart, mate. If he ever gets into that ASMR on YouTube, honestly, he'd make a killing.
I think that is going to be somewhat of a career move for him if Match of the Day doesn't go so well.
Yeah. And what I'm saying is he'd be great at sending people to sleep.
Hopefully we won't do the same for you guys today. We're going to go through the starting lineups of both teams right now. Brian, would you rather go through #United or Tekkers Town's lineup?
I will go through Tekkers Town, please.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll take the home team, in inverted commas, on this one. In the back, the goalkeeper is Andy Jeffs Watts. He's got a great record in the league.
We've had a bit of back and forth, me and him, because I criticised him in previous tournaments.
Really?
Yeah, but he takes it well. I like him.
Okay, it's interesting. You see those guys walking along each other there, congratulating each other. There's Andy Jeffs Watts, of course, fantastic in the Next Level Football League, and he is going to be protected by four guys just in front. American international, the only American playing in this game, Jimmy Conrad. Sam Adams alongside him, Rich Beck, and then, of course, Spencer Owen on the left side of that defence. In midfield, there's a midfield four. They're going for Charlie Morley on the right wing. He's going to be flanking the likes of Martin Harrison, and, of course, Seb is on the left wing. He's very dangerous in this
Good
game.
left foot on him.
Yeah, and obviously a great golf swing. And then up front, two deadly strikers, Ryan Adams and, of course, Dan Brown. Great books and a great right foot.
They just go together, don't they? Perfect.
Yeah, like white bread and butter. I've heard they like white bread and I heard they like butter. And now let's take a look at the substitutes. Of course, the legends there, Robbie Fowler, Robbie Savage and Robbie Gallas as well.
The three Robbies.
The three Robbies, as we call them. And then two of these guys are going to be pretty key in this game, I think. We've got Jamel and, of course, Scotty Pollock. Ecott will be one of the more solid guys.
I'm a little bit out of touch with him. I haven't seen much of him yet.
Yeah, and then, of course, Jacko. We didn't mention Jacko as he came out. He walked out alongside David James, one of his own personal heroes. And then Theo Baker there, of course, on the bench. He could be a real difference maker, couldn't he?
Mate, this is one exciting game. Theo Baker delivers under the lights. Now we've got Tekkers Town. Hugh Wizzy in goal.
Interesting choice.
I mean, he really does give it his everything, so I can understand that. Rota Shaw, Elliot Crawford, Poet and Kieran as a back four. Some big lads there.
I'll be interested to see what Rota Shaw does at left back.
Rota Shaw's underrated, mate. He gets stuck in.
An Alberto Moreno.
In the midfield, Manny, Cutting, Lynch, Chris MD making up a nice diamond. And up front, Sean, Garnier and Peters. I think with Lynch as the linchpin.
Very good, yeah.
And Cutting in the centre. Good call there. Good call.
Three legends, of course, David James, Stephen Gerrard and Emile Heskey, all ex-Liverpool players.
Yeah, there's a lot of Liverpool. It's almost like it's jobs for the boys, this, isn't it?
It's not, though, as Vianic, Weller and, of course, KSI and Reeve step out as well, alongside Tobe Jizzle, another potential difference maker in this game.
He is quick.
Yeah.
He's got lightning for legs, this kid.
Who do you think, obviously you can see the referee there as well. The referee today is John Moss, and his two assistants, of course, Andy Holliday. Sean Massey is another one of the officials, and then Stuart Atwell. All of these guys, names you'll know from the Premier League.
Just remember not to criticise the referee or anything.
No, please don't. Yeah, John Moss there.
It's in the contract.
He looks incredible, John Moss, in that pink. Sort of a nice fuchsia colour, isn't it? Don't know why we're going through that. Martin Keown, of course, for #United. He's had 2 successful managements so far. Do you think he'll make it a third?
All right, I thought you meant an actual.
No.
An actual
just
football.
in YouTube terms.
No,
right?
I mean, he's a cracking YouTube manager, to be honest with you. To be honest, if he starts up a company for an MCN, I'd love to align myself with him. He's got a good track record.
Martin Keown made over 300 appearances for Arsenal and won 9 major trophies there.
He's a very common influence. If things are going badly at half-time, he's more than capable of turning things around. He's done it before. The lads are getting in a huddle there. Bit pecked up. Poet will be the one given this, I think.
Am I right started thinking there's someone out of the game, actually. Is it Joe Weller who's been taken off?
I don't know. I think
injured himself in the warm-up.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure about that. I've just heard that in Mayo.
That's worrying because I know Joe has a suspect knee injury that he's had an operation on. Yeah. So it's not surprising.
It's
but
sad,
hopefully he still gets on later on in the game for, you know, the jump minutes.
Yeah. Of course, he's been replaced by Josh Peters, another physical presence up front, South African by birth.
He's a big lad.
He is a big boy.
And that's going to definitely come in handy. Tekkers Town have a couple of... The thing is, I'm looking at Poet right now, and I'm seeing someone who is full of passion, can play a ball. I mean, Rio Ferdinand isn't here today, but he does play quite a lot like Rio Ferdinand.
Very, very good point. Of course, he would have been facing Rio Ferdinand today, but Rio Ferdinand's replaced by William Gallas. We get ready for kickoff.
Dropping like flies.
We get ready for kickoff. Oh, this is going to be a good game sitting next to you. It's exciting stuff as the referee.
The thing is, mate, when me and you commentate football, goals just seem to go in. So hopefully that track record keeps up with Chris MD playing the ball out here.
I'm actually quite excited to see Chris MD and how he lines up.
Oh, there's a chance! There is a chance! Oh, and it's a last man back job! Have we got a sending off of my hands?
We might already be on
it's a dive!
VAR.
It's a dive!
Oh, interesting. Okay, I thought we'd have gone to the video assisted referee there.
Jeez.
But the referee's already called it. That's John Moss there making his first critical decision of the game.
But we can't criticise him.
No, I wouldn't criticise him for that. Let's see here. You know what? That doesn't half look like a dive, does it, Brian?
Who was it? Was that Adams?
It was Ryan Adams, yeah. Ryan Adams goes through. If I was Ryan... Oh, Ryan, it's interesting, isn't it? He's stuck out a foot there, and you've got to say that's down to maybe inexperience.
Hugh Wizzy with a good bit of goalkeeping there.
Hugh Wizzy rolling around on the floor like some sort of a soldier. He looks great out there.
I wouldn't mind seeing him in a sort of war movie. I'd love that. I don't know if they could fit his hair into a helmet, or there might be a bit of a...
I'm sure they could do something bespoke.
Production issue there.
Just about a minute in
Jeremy
now.
Lynch takes it down beautifully, but he's tackled. And hashtag come away with it, with a long ball over. And I think we're going to see a little bit of nervy football in the first 5 to 10 minutes here.
Elliot Crawford there running too far, looking like a player on FIFA 18 who's gone out of
He looks more like a FIFA Street player.
He does actually, isn't he?
Yeah.
In real life as well.
Oh, Manny.
Manny, of course, they're playing
nice
it
touch.
off.
He offers himself.
Jeremy Lynch will be floating today, very much like Kevin De Bruyne in a way, won't he?
Yeah.
In a way. Jimmy Conrad there, right back. I'm looking forward to seeing what the American can do in this game, shielding the ball there. It's looking good.
Jimmy.
Look at that.
Well tackled by Manny. Looking for the 1-2. Garnier plays it forward, back to Manny, and Cutton's making some space here, but he's tackled.
Jimmy Conrad there looks as if he's playing a little further ahead of the right back position. Looks like Josh Peters is playing at right back. Kieran Brown will now be on the right wing. And
this is complex, mate.
Okay, but yeah, but Jimmy Conrad is going to be playing a little bit further ahead of that as a bit of a midfield destroyer, I think.
Yeah.
Is that too hard for you?
No, mate. Me monitor. I mean, it's not HD, so if I get any of the numbers wrong, I do apologise.
To be fair, we are in the stadium. You could just use your eyes.
No, they are quite far away though.
Yeah, they are quite far away. Ball chipped over the top there. What can Charlie Morley do? Great ball into the box from Charlie Morley. Headed away.
There's your answer.
No one was getting into the box. Charlie Morley again wins it back. Can he get it? You know what? He can. Credit to him there. He chased and he got it.
Well done.
Jimmy Conrad playing the ball off there and just too far for Adams.
He's not happy with himself, Adams, there.
No, but he had a great album back in the 90s. So.
Yeah. Robin Hood was a great film.
It was. Charlie Morley, he could have quite the influence on the game today, couldn't he?
Throwing back to the keeper.
Interesting Hugh Wizzy challenge there, but no. I thought Hugh Wizzy would have been at sea, like in a war movie. Like in a war movie now.
Down.
Hugh is down. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not actually injured. No, he's just winded. Just winded. Oh, it's a family.
Well, he hit himself in the face on the way down there.
Yeah. Hugh Wizzy. Great goalkeeper. Getting it forward there for Tekkers Town. Broken up.
Road to show, knocks it forward.
And there's going to be a lot of this sort of long ball stuff going. Jumping like a salmon there. Can he play it back off?
Wins the header.
Road to Shaw now. Let's see how sure he is on the ball.
The thing is with Road to Shaw, technically he's not the best, but he tries really hard and he battles hard. So he's one of my favourite players for that reason. Jez
off to Sian Garnier, who of course was brought in as a replacement for Billy. So we'll be expecting a lot from Sian in this game. Those two could control the middle, and especially when Gerrard comes on.
But going back to who I want to talk about, Road to Shaw.
Yeah.
He was famously robbed of a stonewall goal in the first Wembley Cup. Went over the line. We didn't have the technology we have today. So if that happens today, he's going to get his goal. Peters.
A guy who didn't get so many goals but should have had more last time, Dan Cutting.
Yeah, poor Dan.
Poor Dan, fantastic. Ball goes forward there. They're going to be looking. It's a lot more sort of Sunday League-esque football at times from Hashtag, isn't it? Rather than the fancy stuff.
Well, that's what they're used to. Do you know what I mean? It's their bread and butter. And as you said, they love a bit of bread and butter. Garnier.
Food.
I mean, it's a wonder he hasn't got a brand deal with that shampoo company.
It's a very good point, actually, yeah. Of course, with Manny playing today as well, it's going to be a very good technical midfield, ball play forward, and Jimmy Conrad's going to eat that up all day, isn't he? Jimmy is
food
still...
and drink,
well, yeah. We're using a lot of food and drink analogies early on.
Sorry, I'm a bit hungry.
Yeah.
They did feed me, so I've got nothing to complain about.
Yeah. They did a fantastic job of getting food to you. Of course, I love running away from the ball with my back to it, exactly like happened there with Rotershaw. Who's
trying to knock it in.
Gets it in? No.
Ooh, Poet deals with it, mate. Poet's screaming, saying, "This is my town. Tekkers Town." First shot on goal. Here as he gets ahead of it.
Not the surest hands we've seen from him in his career.
Charlie Morley having a lash with his left foot there.
Charlie Morley's a young, exciting player. Great hair.
Yeah, it's a decent head of hair. Like,
we were seeing him chatting with Robbie Savage before. I think Robbie Savage was asking for tips.
Yeah, he gets his haircut at the same bob as Stephen Tries, I've been told.
Interesting. What, Robbie Savage?
No, Charlie Morley.
Interesting.
If you want to know.
Yeah, we didn't, but thanks for the information there. It's those sort of things which really change the kind of commentary we're doing.
It's Jeremy Lynch in the middle of the park, looking for Manny. Manny was well covered there. Hashtag, I'm noticing the organisation is
incredible.
Is very good.
Yeah, it's excellent
by comparison.
Morley's getting dragged inside though, and he's leaving the likes of Jimmy Conrad exposed.
From Chris MD, who lines it up for Jeremy Lynch, and it's cleared out by Jimmy Conrad. Captain America makes it look easy.
Yeah. And it's those sort of long balls forward, which we're going to see the front line of
Adams.
Hashtag United playoffs. Adams, no, can't make it through. Can't get through in time. Disappointing for him in a way.
I've seen quite a lot of Adams. He's an effective player. Poet there, just taking risks, but he gets away with it because he is classy.
You know what? You don't get anything if you don't risk it, do you? Offside. Jinx. Do you think Lynch is going to be making a lot of those runs off the back line today?
I would hope he would save his legs because he's one of the most important players. You don't want him busting a gut too early. There's the subs bench there. JJ sticking his tongue out. Stuart Pearce loving the attention. Finally relevant again.
Of course, they're in the background.
Oh, there's Manjdog.
Look at him. Fantastic specimen of a man. And Martin Keown. Martin Keown wearing a very grey suits seem to be in right now, don't they?
Yeah, Martin Keown, if you know, you talk about other careers he could have done. Yeah. I'm thinking Abe Lincoln, if they do his life story.
Abe Lincoln or Next Model.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there he is, chatting to Manjdog. Oh, Martin Keown thinking of
whistling. Is Manjdog like an assistant manager?
In a way, yeah. He looks very young. He looks very young next to Martin Keown, who has a sort of stony face.
Charlie Morley has to chase this down on the right-hand side.
You know, he kept it in, credit to him. There's going to be a
tackled well by Rotershaw. Told you.
Rotershaw's
I tell you, he gets stuck in,
isn't he? Look at him, he's already puffed out. Will YouTubers be able to last a full 90? A lot of people ask. 2 balls on the pitch. You know what? The referee doesn't have to stop play there. He doesn't have to. Ball goes back to Conrad. Conrad's just so composed on the ball.
JC, mate.
He looks like he has so much time. Great ball forward, but can't pick anyone
tries
out.
To get the head, and it's laid. Sean Garnier, tackled by Charlie Morley. Peters.
Almost.
Rotershaw gets it. He gives away a corner.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Harrison and Pollock can do in the centre of the park today, aren't you?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that Pollock, and he's got a good touch. He can do a bit of everything. There's no weaknesses in his game.
It's going to help everyone today.
If he makes a mistake, though, I'll feel free to take that back.
Overcome Seb, new father recently. He's looking good for it.
Yeah, considering all the lack of sleep and that, he's here on time.
Yeah.
Corner, ball in.
There's the physicality.
And it's over.
Hugh Wizzy.
First threats at goal, both from Hashtag. A sign of things to come, by the looks of it. Organisation, just a level above. But hopefully, when the legends come on, we might see a turn of pace here.
Rich Beck there getting forward, getting his head on it, leaping.
Rich Beck. That's a powerful name, isn't it? Rich Beck.
Would you also say that part of the worry maybe today for Tekkers Town is that they don't have the organisation that Hashtag have got?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been saying, mate.
Silly tackle there. Says he got the ball, but it doesn't matter, mate.
You got Sean Garnier there trying to make things happen. Oh, and Daniel Cutton just walks away.
Daniel Cutton's got an individualistic play.
Oh, lovely little turn.
These are both lovely kits, aren't they? The white and the green and the yellow, great combos.
Not my style, but you know.
No, but he still look great.
Long range.
Sighter there earlier.
Third shot at goal for #United without response.
Ryan Adams is having a great battle against Poet out there on the pitch. And you know what? So far, he's won. There's a number of people trying to track him down.
Still a clean sheet, though.
Yeah, good point. Those two centre-backs, though, organisation-wise, you'd think that the likes of Adams and Brown can break them down because they're not as organised as normal. Oh, interesting here. Hugh Wizzy's letting someone else take the kick.
I do believe we are 10 seconds away from legends being allowed on the pitch, mate.
10, 9, 8. I won't do it. It's annoying, isn't it?
Oh, Jeremy Lynch has kicked around like a child there.
Great ball through. What can we see?
Wizzy's got this all day.
And now we can bring on the boost, which means that legends are going to be able to enter the pitch. How soon do you think we're going to make a change here? I'm looking at the sidelines. I don't see anyone warming up.
Well, the thing is, you don't want to kill the confidence of a player by, you know.
Oh no, sorry. Having said that, all three of them are coming on.
Stuart Pearce is thinking otherwise. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, my mistake. They're bringing on the relevant
Stevie Gerrard
legend here, Stephen Gerrard. It was just Heskey and James getting up to allow him to get on. Yeah. Stephen Gerrard is going to come on now, and look at how desperately.
Under ovation for the legend, Stephen Gerrard.
Stuart Pearce trying to give some advice there. Gerrard just sort of saying, sorry, I think I've got this.
Yeah. Did you...
Stephen Gerrard.
Bring on the boost. It's legend Stephen Gerrard.
Josh Peters comes off. On comes the boost.
Can I just say something
Stephen
right
Gerrard.
now? Interrupt this. Lawrence, you're commentating a Stephen Gerrard football match.
Thank you, Brian.
How do you feel?
I'm excited by it, I'll give you that. No, genuinely it's
Genuinely,
exciting. I've never met the guy before.
Though,
I've observed him a lot from a distance.
You know what I mean?
You know what?
It's quite good because I met my hero the other day and he's one of your heroes, so
yeah.
Footballing heroes.
We've done a lot in the last week, haven't we?
Mate, killing the game, let's be honest.
Let's also talk about the fact that he had 114 caps for England. In that time, he scored 21 goals. He's got a prolific record for Liverpool, winning the Champions League with them. And, of course, going to 3 World Cups, 2006, 2012 and 2014. And he was named the England captain in 2012. He's had a really great career. The only thing he didn't win, obviously, was the Premier League in that time.
When you talk about Stephen Gerrard, obviously there's memories that come, you know, the Champions League win. For me, it was that England 5-1 win over Germany, because he was one of the big influences on that game. That smash at goal. He was one of my favourite players in the Premier League, to be honest with you.
Do you remember the great moment here when he scored the, well, pretty much last-minute goal, which got Liverpool towards penalties in the FA Cup final against West Ham, and then they went on and won it?
He just had a habit of standing up and being counted, mate, in the moments where you need a leader. And I've got no doubt that right now, judging by the way this game's going, Tekkers Town need a leader. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're getting overrun, they're getting outworked a little bit. With Gerrard, there he goes, straight in, tackle, ball through to Cutton, Cutton takes it on, and we have a shot at goal for Tekkers Town. What did I say?
Well,
I believe
stuff.
The term Spencer Owen likes to use, game changer. We've just witnessed the biggest game changer in this game, Stephen Gerrard.
And lovely first touch there from Dan Cutting, but of course he puts it over the bar, very much like last year, continuing that record. I'm hoping that he can do something more with the service that Stephen Gerrard's going to apply to the front line today. It's going to be interesting. Lovely turn there.
Gerrard is dominating.
Gerrard's been told to do this.
But, he's taken out.
Oh, Gerrard,
when he gets it back.
He's going to be used as a number 10 today, similar to the time at Liverpool.
This is getting exciting.
This is exciting because Stephen Gerrard's now on the pitch.
Business has picked up.
We might as well call this #United versus Stephen Gerrard's 11. Gerrard is doing absolutely... This is like his Liverpool days when he carried the entire side. Although some of these players are better than Igor Biscan. At the other end, it breaks! Oh, well, you know what? Incredibly, Dan Brown had a chance there, but he put it wide.
If we could just stop unimportant replays for the ones that, for the actual live action shots.
Good point, yeah. I didn't realise you were directing from the commentary position, but
yeah,
apparently you are.
I could do a bit of everything, mate.
Yeah. Good to have you here today. As Hugh Wizzy lines up.
Was that Beck who got that tackle in on Gerrard?
I think no. I think it was someone in midfield. It might have been Scotty Pollock or Harrison. If we see a great replay of that, that'd be fantastic.
Good tackle.
Hugh Wizzy.
Oh my God, Hugh Wizzy's goal kicks. I can understand why they changed that.
You know what, though? He got it out towards Sian Garnier, the kind of guy who can take a tricky ball down to his feet.
And Jimmy Conrad under pressure from Jeremy, and he's lost it out.
No, he's kept it on there. It's absolutely fine. Lynch trying to go for something, but again, he had absolutely nothing. There's no such thing as Tekkers in calling for a throw-in.
Charlie Morley runs forward. He's got options.
This is exciting.
He plays it out wide.
Well cut
to
out.
a ball, but it's cut out. But it finds Seb, and he's going to try and whip this ball in. He's got a great left foot on him, and he whips it in. I spoke too soon. Wasn't Seb's usual delivery.
Good old Seb. Did I say he was a new father?
We'll chalk it off to that.
One thing you don't often see is obviously the hard work that goes on behind the scenes, because there's obviously a new father on the pitch, but there's a new mother somewhere as well, somewhere in the crowd cheering him on.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to the hashtag mothers. Don't forget to hashtag it mothers. Hashtag respect the mothers. Robbie Savage coming on here.
Cheer.
Excellent to see someone getting such a brilliant reception.
Robbie Savage famously said he was world class once because he was good at stopping players. We'll see if he can stop many of these Tekkers Town lads.
Well, but let's see if he can stop Steven Gerrard. If that's the greatest reaction you have to trying to stop Steven Gerrard, I think your team's in trouble. Robbie Fowler's coming on, but who's he coming on for? Martin Keown with some final words in the fourth officials here. Maybe talk to Robbie before he comes on, mate.
Robbie Fowler. One of the best finishers in the history of the Premier League. Make no mistake about it. This guy was world class.
And of course, he's also a property mogul. But he's played 20. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he owns a lot of property around the world.
In Liverpool mainly.
I don't just think Liverpool. No, around the world.
I think it's probably mainly Liverpool.
Even if it is, it's still a great place to have a plot of land. He has played 23 games for England. He scored 7 in that time, and of course, he was included in the FIFA World Cup 2002 squad.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Robbie Fowler, he played in an era that involved Alan Shearer. Otherwise,
and of course, Teddy Sheringham.
He would have been the man, but he was still a hell of a player.
Yeah, one hell of a player. Of course, you can be offside for a throw, but you can't put a ball in like that. He's going to be embarrassed by that.
What I like about Adams is there's a bit of fire there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes, a bit like Wayne Rooney, we can see that has a negative effect. And it's having that right now by the looks of it.
Adams says he does not fear Poet in that back line.
Yeah.
Would you fear Poet?
Poet's one of the sweetest guys in the world, but in a footballing sense, he's a competitor.
Yeah.
I really like his style.
The other half, of course, of the Adams brother duo. Ryan plays striker, and he's scoring goals whilst his brother Sam stops them.
Lovely touch from Gerrard at the Garnier, back to Steven Gerrard. Gerrard can knock it round, and he wins the throw-in.
Look at Steven. I love that.
To be honest with you, I thought we were the most important people today, but it looks like there's a new king in town. Stevie G.
Of course, what they've done is very clever.
Daniel Cutton out for a corner.
Yeah. He's not chipped it so far, surprisingly.
Yeah, maybe he's learnt his lesson. That sort of made him, to be fair, all those mistakes, because now everyone like sort of remembers that. You know what I mean?
Who's taking the
That's
corner?
how you turn. You know, call it a goal.
Do you see Jimmy Conrad battling there? Look in the box, Jimmy Conrad is battling with some of the smallest players. Great strike! Sian Garnier there playing in the memory of Tupac, wearing that bandana.
Very big fan of Pirates of the Caribbean, apparently.
Ooh, he said as he struck that shot.
Bless Emil Heskey. Bless him. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Genuinely is.
We met him last time and stood and took pictures with all the kids waiting for him. Lovely bloke. Ooh! And Robbie Savage has just went straight through Garnier.
Robbie Savage understanding the spirit of the game there.
Charity match.
He's not lost a step, has he, Robbie? But then he didn't have that many during the actual career, so...
I think Manny could provide a moment of magic in this game.
I like Robbie. Seems like a nice guy.
Oh, chance. Garnier, you need to be very careful because you've got hashtag players lurking behind him here.
Sian's not going to get a second on the ball to rest, is he?
What should we do?
So far, Steven Gerrard's pass accuracy has been 90%, and he's had the most passes on the team.
He's looking good. Almost as good as me in this suit. Oh, Steven Gerrard tackled. Oh, but they win it back. Garnier Robbie Savage is on the floor. Manny comes away with it. He's got Gerrard in. Oh, Gerrard shoots as well. He's got Lynch. And Gerrard's taken down. Is that a foul? No,
no, it's
nothing
not
given.
a foul. No.
Manny chases it and wins it. And that's competition.
Steven Gerrard taking it all in very good spirit, isn't he?
Well, he was always a nice guy on the pitch, really. Like a competitor. He wasn't like a nasty player, really.
No. Although he could dish it out when he wanted to. He was definitely rough enough in those Merseyside derbies, wasn't he? 20 minutes in, and the game is shaping up nicely at this point. It's on the edge of a goal, I can feel.
I think Gerrard's changed it, mate. Since he came on, there's been a lot bigger threat from Tekkers Town, and we're seeing Tekkers couldn't really get out their own half in the first 10, but now it's a really even, balanced game, and I thought that hashtag would be too much. Maybe they might be, because Charlie Morley's in here. Charlie Morley, and he's forgotten the ball behind him. He's handballed it.
No.
And nothing's given.
No, it goes in. Hugh Wizzy stops the ball.
Robbie Fowler on the right foot there.
Robbie Fowler's going to hang around that D area quite a lot.
He's a left footer predominantly. But, yeah, bless Charlie, just forgot the ball there. Left it behind.
Forget his head if it wasn't screwed on sometimes. Of course, just graduated from high school. What's your problem? Today we're using some Opta stats. It's quite interesting to look at some of these stats so far. I can look at where players have been on the pitch, and I'm quite interested in looking at, say, the hashtag United team so far. I'm looking at who do you want to know about, Brian? You can look at any of the players here.
Was there any stats about me?
Well, that would just be a big red dot in the stands, but a huge dot.
What about Lynch? Because oh, here comes David James.
On comes David James. David James is a real legend of the game. He's played for some of the top sides. He's obviously played for England.
The thing about David James is he really loved the game so much that he was prepared to play it at any level.
Yeah.
You know, he went down the leagues, to be fair to him.
I actually respect that.
No, he's got a love of the game. He's not just playing it for the money, do you know? Although that is a bonus, as we all know.
Obviously, yeah.
Love a bit of money.
Yeah, as you know, you famously played football for money. He played as England goalie, it says on my notes. I've not heard someone referred to as a goalie for quite a while. 53 times, and he's 4th on the list of all-time Premier League appearances.
That was a non-football fan right up that way.
He's played in the Premier League for 527 appearances. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, fantastic, man. We've got a long free kick coming in from Sean Garnier here.
Weird to say it, but David James has played for Man City.
Played for pretty much everyone, mate.
And Aston Villa.
Struggled with that touch.
No.
And
Jimmy
it's cleared
Cummings.
by JC.
Captain America.
Captain America.
It's a great battle between him and Manny. Manny's clearly very physically adept out there on the pitch. Cutting
it's
the ball.
This summer, Jimmy Conway coming to a stadium near you. If you're enjoying this live stream and you like a good football live stream, probably like our show every weekend, the kickoff on the True Geordie YouTube channel. Check it out. Oh, good battle going on there.
Hugh Wizzy had quite an effect on the game, saving quite a few tame shots so far.
He did really well, to be fair to him.
Do you think having David James in that back line is going to make a real difference? Oh, well, Poet was really taken advantage of there. And really just dragged back Harrison when he got through after he was
Poet's
tackled.
one of the nicest lads, man.
Yeah, I mean,
quality.
Is he a good footballer?
He is, actually.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Right, free kick in from hashtag.
Great.
It's through, and it's David James with a save, who gets the ball out instantly. And there's the difference between David James and Hugh Wizzy, because he's released Steven Gerrard on the left-hand side. He cuts in on his right. He's got down, cutting in space. Surely he's got to get the shot in. Oh, and it's saved by AJW.
AJW is obviously as solid a goalkeeper as you'll find in semi-professional football. It's going well so far.
Just so everyone knows, I'm reading tweets out on the Twitter just to keep attention on what you lot think at True Geordie NUFC.
Don't forget to hashtag it Wembley Cup.
Corner ball from, I think it's Chris MD here. 23
minutes gone.
Whips it in.
No,
and
no
it drops.
Yeah.
And that is a chance to counter-attack with Spencer. Owen plays it, wants it back from Sebi.
Seb didn't manage to get it through, but Spencer still picks up the ball. He's out on the left wing now.
Not Seb. But Robbie Savage
That's
can't play it,
lovely.
and this is big, big trouble for Tekkers Town. Cross in!
Ball.
It's in the goal! It's Adams! It's finally happened to him! He's got the goal! It's 1-0 to #United.
Some of the crowd aren't happy, but Ryan Adams will be incredibly happy. Great ball into the box, and all he had to do was put the ball past footballing legend David James. David James looks upset there.
A few as he's been on the pitch, things might have been different.
Yeah, there could have been 2 goals. Robbie Savage there. Well, a legend had an influence on the game there, but it wasn't the legend we all thought it might be.
Oh, David James will be disappointed with that, because he managed to make the save, but it still went in.
Harrison gets the assist there. Great assist from Harrison. A ball across the box. You know what? Crawford will be upset there because he let the ball go across his body. The last man he needed to intercept and get something on it.
Music during a football match, Lawrence. Who okayed that? Was that your decision?
It wasn't my decision, no.
Me neither.
I don't like football and music. I never mix two interests.
Crystal Palace have taught me anything. It's how not to defend and how not to have music in a football match.
Although Roy Hodgson, I hear, does insist on it.
Loves a tune, does well, Robbie.
Yeah. And of course, Martin Keown loves to cut a shape. It's going well so far out there for #United, who go 1-0 up. And it was partly thanks to the boost given to them by EE and the legend Robbie Savage with a through ball to Harrison, who then only had to really slot a triple square tap on the PlayStation across to Ryan Adams.
Jeremy Lynch.
Jeremy
Turns, and he's got options. They need to find Steven Gerrard and let him have a crack with that foot.
You'll notice there, Brian, Emil Heskey is now on the front line.
To Steven Gerrard, who plays it to Manny.
Manny gets the ball through. Heskey!
That was KSI, rather, sorry.
It's Heskey, look.
Yeah, it was KSI into Heskey.
Oh, sorry. Emil Heskey, though. I'm just obsessed with the fact that Emil Heskey's on the pitch.
That was a good pass by KSI, really good.
KSI looks svelte, doesn't he?
The thing is, he's an underrated player, actually.
He is, you're right.
KJ. I wonder if his boxing training fitness is going to help with him in this game. Be interested to see what his fitness levels are like.
I'd be interested to know about KSI's anaerobic respiration.
Cross in, and it's dismantled. I like how Tekkers Town have responded, mate. They're going at it.
Jimmy Conrad's really going to have his hands full if KSI is going to switch across to that side, isn't he? Ball through there.
Long ball to Adams, the goal scorer.
He's
goes
full
inside,
of confidence
goes outside.
now.
Crawford deals with it. Well done, Crawford.
Well done, Els. Ryan Adams obviously got a haircut just for today. He looks great.
Quotes from Twitter. That goal had some savagery in it.
Oh, very good. Honestly, I didn't know what kind of influence Robbie Savage would have on this game. He still claims to be top class. From that pass...
No, to be fair, someone has just said that's the best thing Robbie Savage has ever done. So people have opinions, though. This is a game of opinions, mate.
You make a good point.
Cross, save.
That's the
David
kind of
James,
experience there.
Good distribution again. Plays it to Toby. Is that Toby Jizzle?
Are you asking me?
To Jeremy. Inside. Outside to Steven Gerrard with that big long ball to Emil Heskey, who's pushed down in the box.
It's a penalty. Andy Jeswatz is furious, but the experience of Emil Heskey, of course, there will only trump the inexperience of Andy Jeswatz. He'll be furious with himself. Emil Heskey, another legend, having a massive influence on the game.
Heskey's done him there. That was the experience. But
I don't know here. I mean, he's really looking for it, isn't he?
Of course he is, but he's done him. You know, that's the know-how. AJW was a really good goalkeeper. He did shove him a little bit, mind you.
Didn't think he was that kind of player.
Manjgod
there looks innocent. Stuart Pearce looks, well, happy.
Licking his lips in delight.
Who's taking this one? Look at him. Jimmy Conrad, just having a good laugh. Who's more of a legend there out of those two? Look at that.
There's no one on this planet more of a legend than Jimmy Conrad.
That's a good point. You know, that's a stupid question. AJW might be doing some mind tricks now. Watch as he kicks. Yeah. He's going to kick back and take a little sip. What's going to happen now? Do you reckon Lynch can put this one in?
This is a game of who goes first, mate.
To be fair, right.
Jeremy's going to be looking at him, and he's going to be trying to hold on to the last second to decide. He goes for it, and it's in there. Back in there.
It's 1-1.
Tekkers Town back in the game.
The stadium goes crazy, absolutely crazy. And there's yet more ridiculous music. What has this game come to? Lynch, one shot, one goal. It was from the penalty spot. He stands rigid as a post and he just shouts into the night sky Tekkers!
I don't even think Stuart Pearce even cares about that goal. I just think he loves the music.
Can Stuart Pearce hear that music?
I can hear it. Oh, my.
Hashtag United will be upset with that, won't they?
AJW, like, really isn't someone who takes this lightly. And this is his big chance, and I know you'll be livid about that. KSI on the right-hand side. To Jeremy. Touch to Steven Gerrard. Long range. Every time he gets the ball, I just sit on the edge of the seat, don't you?
Yeah.
Waiting.
Lovely ball
Jeremy
there to
Lynch.
Lynch. That's a great tackle on the edge of the
He's
box.
got people out wide. I think they've got to spread the play a bit more here, Tekkers. And they get it. Long run.
Harrison getting in the way there. That's a great tackle there.
Yeah, Emil Heskey is actually having a really good impact on this game, to be fair to him. He's causing problems into Gerrard. Gerrard tries to make the pass. It's cut out. Is that Robbie Fowler jogging there?
Yeah. Just slowing the play down there for Hashtag United. That's clever. Playing out to Charlie Morley, who's got a little bit of space. He tries to play a long ball forward.
This is a really competitive game here.
I tell you what, Andy Jeff Watts might have helped us out there with really putting the cat amongst the pigeons by conceding a penalty. Great ball out to Toby Jizzle there. Jimmy Conrad, not one to be skinned, puts himself between the man and the ball and allows his own defender to come back and put the ball out for a throw-in. Sam Adams there in the back line. You'll notice his brother scored the goal. Toby looks great, doesn't he? He's got a great series on the NBA Online. Is he as good at football? Yes.
I'll tell you what, he has got good choice in football boots. He's got a cracking collection of football boots.
And hair.
All right, we've got a corner ball here for Tekkers Town.
I thought that was a throw. Yeah.
Oh, no, it is a throw. Sorry, I thought they were lining it up.
He was trying to line it up.
KSI is available. He's coming short. We've got some subs going on here first.
On come Peters, Reeve, and Kieran. Why would you want to sub people on? I don't know. People rotating, obviously, due to fitness. Poet comes off for Reeve. Reeve's going to probably slot into that back line quite comfortably at this point.
Natural here, is that dye?
No, I think it's natural. Josh Peters there.
Maybe a bit of lemon juice in the morning.
Just a little. Do you not have a little lemon juice in your hair in the morning?
Nah, mate. This beard is untouchable.
Of course, a man who bathes in beer.
Almost away. Robbie Savage. Touch. And what we've seen there, what you see with the overlapping run of Steven Gerrard, Jeremy went on his own. If he plays it to Gerrard, that's 2-1.
Yeah. He was thinking about his friend Billy.
There's
couldn't
Gerrard.
get it.
Give it that to Gerrard there.
Look at Joe Weller's little face there.
I hope we see Joe come off the bench, but it sounds like the injury might have taken him out of the game completely because he's hoodied up there.
Yeah, I think he'll be upset there. That's it's sad for Joe because he looks forward to days like this.
Oh, he's a massive competitor.
As you can see there, Seb's off. Scott Pollock is back on.
The next big thing, Scott Pollock.
Sean Garnier, Sian Garnier showing off there.
I tell you what, like, underrated JJ.
JJ also looks very fit in this game.
He looks much fitter than he did in the last game I seen him in.
After all the...
Peters? Is this Reeve, sorry?
Training.
Lynch.
Lynch can't... He holds on to it.
He's got to start finding people out wide when he gets in those positions quicker because that's where the holes are going to open.
There's a very clear game plan here from Tekkers Town, isn't there?
Oh, Stevie G.
Great save there from Andy Jess Watts, but it looks like it was called as a free kick.
Gerrard just using that experience, but sometimes it's not allowed.
Would you have called that as a referee? I'm not sure I would have called that.
In a charity game, I would have let it go, mate, but you know, I'm not allowed to criticise officials. It's in the contract.
No, that's a good point, yeah. Wow, you really read that contract, didn't you?
Yep.
I just signed. Always good to hear you.
Steven Gerrard. Chance. Handball. Not given. Garnier picks it up. Back to Gerrard.
Hashtag United need to find a way to get a foothold in this game, don't they? Because at the moment they're really under pressure.
First 10 minutes, they look like they were in complete control, but these legends have completely changed that. Completely. Oh, William Gallas stretching the legs, the big man.
Possession-wise at this point, Tekkers Town are absolutely dominating at 57% to the 42% that Hashtag United have got. Aerial draws one, though.
Charlie Moore.
Oh, yes, Charlie. Charlie switched out to the left wing.
Yeah. making our lives a bit harder with these monitors. Blurry.
Aerial duels won, though. 75% of the aerial duels have been won.
I'm looking forward to Theo Baker coming on.
I'm looking forward to Theo. And there's William Gallas. Who's got the lighter hair between Theo and Will? Will, as I call him.
Corner, ball for # United. Seb knocks it in. Dealt with. Sits up for Pollock.
Morley strikes. Ooh. So close, but David James just pushes it beyond the top apex of the goal.
Morley's got a decent left foot by the looks of it. Aye.
That is a great left foot. Look at it. Swings it. Almost a goal. David James getting up in exactly the same way you'd expect a legendary goalkeeper to do so.
Top bins, I do believe.
Yeah.
Top bins that would have been.
Bins top.
Top bin.
Ryan Adams stepping on the goalkeeper there, like you'd expect any professional to do. Seb delivers the ball.
Well done, David James, and now there's a chance to counter.
Unorthodox.
Jeremy Lynch on the last shoulder of Jimmy Conrad, who shoulders it away like it's nothing.
Jimmy Conrad.
Fair play to him.
That's a great slide tackle as well.
He made it look like it was nothing, mate. It's a bit like me and you in a 3-hour live stream. Do you know what I mean? This is what we do. No problem.
Jimmy Conrad's pressure on Jeremy Lynch will be very key if Jeremy's going to stick around on that side.
Other people's uncomfortable situations are Jimmy Conrad's comfort zone.
Very good point. Pollock is...
like me and you in live streams.
Yeah. I think you thrive on making people uncomfortable. Scotty Pollock there, going forward, puts the ball back so that we can see...
Robbie Savage with the free kick here. On the right-hand side.
It did confuse me. I didn't think that was Robbie Savage then, but I looked at his hair and I thought...
His hair changes from 1 minute it's in a ponytail, next minute he's like, nah, want to switch it up a little bit, lads.
Yeah.
Got that, he's got a shampoo advert, I think. Some sort of shampoo.
Sponsor him?
Do you know what I mean? Me, I just use whatever's in the hotel. It's always good enough.
You can always take a little bit home as well. You wrap up the sachet, you take a little home, don't you?
You can overcomplicate things when it comes to hair care, mate.
You really can. Speaking of hair care, here comes Theo Baker.
Thinning a little bit.
I mean, he's blonde. Stop.
I really hope Theo Baker can recreate the magic of last year's Wembley Cup, because he scored a great goal.
Let's bring on the boost. William Gallas, replacement for Rio Ferdinand, very late. He flew over from Nice just a couple of hours ago. Yeah, it's true. Flew over from Nice just a couple of hours ago, thanks to the #United chairman having a lot of words with him. They tempted him into the country. They said, "Je t'aime, William, je t'aime. Come to England."
Aye, they didn't have enough money for me, but as soon as Rio's injured, boom, William Gallas is on a flight.
To be fair, William Gallas is important in this game, and we'll see the importance of having a legend in that back line.
Completely.
Yeah, Jimmy Conrad and William Gallas alongside each other as we see Pollock over the free kick.
Yeah, he is. The young lad who was selected in a competition to play for #, and now he's crossing it into the game of legends, and there's a chance, and it's cleared by Elliot Crawford.
Ryan Adams went down there. Physical Elliot Crawford managed to get the ball away in the end.
Singer of Queen and a Double.
Of course, his famous deal with DFS. Elliot Crawford was also on an MTV dating show recently. I've not seen it, but I hear it's very good. Scotty Pollock steps over the free kick here. Plays it in. He's got strong eyebrows, Scotty, hasn't he? Oh, very, very close. Just a stronger kick.
Strong eyebrows.
Strong eyebrows.
Toby,
look at the
getting in there. KSI as well. KSI floored
by Richbeck. KSI playing what looks like in the free bandana that came with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I'm right though,
I'm not even trying.
I'm right.
Oh.
Who's that out there with such a silky touch? That's right, it's another legend, and look at him taking
Jeremy
the
Lynch
ball away.
in the middle. He's got options, plays it through, and there's Toby Jizzle. Closed down well there by #United. Oh, he's shouting.
That was Sam Adams there doing the shutting down.
I mean, fair play to him. He tracks back as well. He's like an Alan Smith type striker.
Sam Adams, there's Ryan Adams up front. Yeah,
right,
yeah, they're not twins though.
Are they brothers though? They are.
Yeah, Queen in a double. Josh Peters lines up the throw in here.
Josh Peters looks like he studied at Eton.
Yeah, he does. Also got that constantly confused look that a lot of people from Eton have on their face. Great ball in.
Chance!
Get it away, Jimmy. Yeah. That's Jimmy Conrad there doing all the defensive work for #United.
If I ever end up in court, and let's be honest, there's a very good chance of that. I want Jimmy Conrad to defend me.
Do you concur? I concur.
I'm just gonna check Twitter.
Sure, you go check Twitter. Check your DMs while you're there.
Shout out to everyone who follows us on Twitter.
All 5 of you. 19 Vuj coming on.
Someone saying, what? Oh, there he is. There's
David
Vujanic.
Vujanic, one half of one of the most successful shows on YouTube. Copper 90s, comments below.
I love Vujanic.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Political thinker. Tea drinker. Hopefully he doesn't have a stinker.
David James comes out there, commands the box.
Someone said, why don't we try and get Stephen Gerrard on the podcast?
We really will try.
Been a bit busy. I've got Shearer on the podcast. That one drops tomorrow.
Lynch there takes the ball with his face.
Toby Jizzle. There's a lot of space now for Tekkers Town.
And out on that wing, Emil Heskey. Emil Heskey also looks like he's been putting in some work for this game, doesn't he?
Emil Heskey is one of those blokes that, like, when he's 50, and for all I know he might be, he's always going to be in great shape.
Remember, you can power up your pay-as-you-go with a free boost of data every month. The longer you stay, the more you get. Find out more below.
Mobile phones there.
I love mobile phones. I'm with EE and they're fantastic.
Really?
Yep. Great service everywhere I go. Thanks, EE. They also do my internet. Fantastic. Lightning.
We've got #United out on the wing here. Good turn. Peters sent the wrong way, and it's to Theo Baker, who turns his man. Oh, and I thought we were in for another moment of magic from Theo.
Scotty Pollux picks it up.
Pollock inside, dealt with by Crawford and cleared by Rotashaw. And it's out to William Gallas. But Jeremy Lynch steals it, and he could play it through, but he took too long because... Who was that?
Sam Adams again.
Sam Adams. Long range and it's wide.
Sighter there for Harrison. A lot of people having sighters in this game. Some people there happy in the crowd.
Oh, I love seeing families having great times together.
And I love seeing kids dabbing.
That's what this is all about. Dabbing in the crowd.
Dab on those taggers.
Not me though.
No, you don't dab ever.
I don't dab. Don't hashtag it either. Do you know why?
You're a 30-year-old man.
I'm a 30-year-old man, Lawrence. Yep. And proud of it. I'm in my prime.
In a way. Well intercepted there in midfield. You know exactly who that is. Well played out there by Ryan to Theo. Theo overruns the ball. Seems to be a bit of a theme for these hashtag players.
Oh.
And that's a throw. Great tackle from Josh Peters. Peters is actually exceeding my expectations. People said he was a good footballer. I didn't think he'd be this good.
No, he is doing really well, to be fair to the lad. A good tackle. I mean, when you're up against Theo Baker, he's an athlete. You've got to try and keep up with that, and it's difficult, but he managed it there.
Yep, it's true. Great player.
Someone just said this isn't a charity match, it's the Wembley Cup, mate. Well, yes, but some of the proceeds are going to charity, so, you know. Ooh!
And remember, some of these people, it will feel very much like charity letting their channels on such a big campaign. David James looks exactly like he did when he played for Liverpool. Lovely turn there by Ryan Adams.
Inside.
Plays it off.
Chance. David James.
Oof. Well, he should be chatting to Donald Trump because he is a wall.
That distribution there was much like Donald Trump when he hands the bounty out.
All right, there we go. Donald Trump a big fan of celebrations? Not sure.
Pollock inside for the 1-2. And Pollock is through. This is his chance. Oh, and it's saved by David James.
David James, as they call him in Spain.
Look, I said before the game, David James could be the difference, and I've been proven right. That's all I'm saying.
It's true. Great
ball through. AJW.
Who's that in midfield? Yep, that's right. William Gallas. Arsenal legend.
Pollock has KSI closing him down to Gallas.
Pollock's been very effective out on that right wing, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a decent player, mate. Like I say, no weaknesses. A bit like me on YouTube. Can do it all.
Also versatile.
Long ball and Crawford. Queen in a double. Deals with it, but he doesn't. He's tackled by Brown.
Yep.
Into Adams. He's going to try and find Brown. It's out by Rotashaw for a corner.
That's a corner. Rotashaw also playing above what I expected him to do in this game. He's looking more accomplished out there.
And we're heading into half-time soon, so this would be a great time
you guys
to score.
Also to tweet at us.
People asking me, where did you get the suit from, Geordie? I'm saying, tailor-made, mate.
Yep,
tailor-made.
Pollock takes the free kick. Takes a corner, sorry, and that's gotten away there. Emile Heskey doing what he does best.
Stevie Gerrard can't do the same thing, though, and now there's a chance for #United again.
Sam Adams out wide. That's a late tackle there.
Pollock, inside, outside, crosses it in. Stop, and it's in the bag of Where's the bag trying to score? It's Brown.
Dan Brown.
2-1 to the
Is that offside? No, David James was calling for offside. We won't go to VAR for that decision.
No, he wasn't calling for the offside. He was saying, hit the music.
When I push the lever, did it? Good old Dan Brown. I'll tell you what, there are some angels and demons out on that pitch, but Dan Brown, he's one of the angels.
And I'm loving angels instead.
It's a literature joke. Scotty Pollock had a lot to do with that, though, didn't he?
Mate, Pollock has been class. Pollock's had a bigger influence on the game than Gerrard. It's half-time.
Referee John Moss blows for half-time, and we're going to go through some of the best things that happened in the first half there. It really has been a great game of football so far, hasn't it?
Mate, 2-1, goals, some good play. Obviously, it takes time to settle in. These lads don't play together every week, apart from well, most of them don't. And now the game's underway. I really feel in the second half we're going to get a lot more goals now.
Ryan Adams there, the first goal scorer, steps off the pitch. Jeremy Lynch made it equal through a penalty that was conceded by AJW on Emile Heskey. And then, of course, Dan Brown scoring just minutes ago, just before half-time. Just as you said, Brian, a perfect time to score a goal.
I've seen it coming, to be honest. That's why I started talking about it. I thought, I can smell a goal here. And at least that's what I think it was. And, yeah, it came to fruition.
Definitely a goal. Definitely a goal.
Pierre in the commentary.
Yeah. Well, it was certainly an interesting half there. I'll be interested to see what you guys think at home. You can tweet us, #Wembley Cup, just #Wembley Cup.
I am reading your tweets.
Yeah.
At True Geordie on UFC. And I could see a lot of interaction. A lot of people have got opinions on this game. This is a massive game on the internet. Especially,
of course, the people out on the pitch will have their opinions. They'll be expressing them in the dressing room at half-time. One guy with an important opinion in there will be Jimmy Conrad, who seemed to be all over the backline of #.
I think that we're going to see some leaders, Jimmy Conrad, the legends like Gallas and Gerrard, maybe even Robbie Savage.
Yeah.
Try to G the rest of the players up and give them some self-belief. They could draw from experience. We've been there. We've done it. Yeah. I was in the Champions League final.
Of course, it has also been a game that's been influenced by the legends so far. Only the last goal was really not connected to a legend in any way. It's going to be interesting to see how they affect in the second half.
I think the other lads, credit to them, they've raised their game a little bit.
Charlie Morley there with an early shot, getting an early shot.
They've risen to the occasion.
And then, of course, Steven Gerrard came on after the 10th minute and set up Daniel Cutting for his first chance of the game.
Daniel Cutting didn't do a lot, really, to be honest.
No, he didn't. He was disappointed. Of course, Beck, very effective in the back line alongside Sam Adams.
Rugby tackle from Robbie Savage.
Yeah, Robbie Savage is not doing fantastic so far in terms of tackling, but in terms of passing, he's been great with distribution. Sam Adams in the back line, of course. Ryan Adams in the front line, and Dan Brown. There is the goal.
That was the first goal from Adams, mate.
Adams looking good, isn't he?
What I like about him, in terms of strikers, it's not always about scoring every single time. It's about getting in those positions, and eventually the goals will come.
Will AJW be a little bit upset there by the decision for a penalty? We're not criticising the referee here, but
he shoved him in the back, and really, when you do that, he didn't need to do that, did he? Was that necessary?
Well dispatched.
It was unnecessary.
Well dispatched, though, of course, by Jeremy Lynch, one of the F2, of course, one of the captains of Tekkers Town.
And just think, Lawrence, we are 45 minutes away from celebrating the game. Who are with the winners, obviously.
Very good point.
No one wants to hang around with the losers.
Ryan Adams there getting the ball in. Scotty Pollock's probably been one of the men of the match so far, running the game.
Imagine that, because the guy was discovered on a talent show on Spencer's channel. Now he's playing in the same game as Steven Gerrard and all these players. It must be great for the lad.
Being tackled by Emile Heskey, taking on some of the biggest YouTubers, KSI, and obviously Road to Shore there. He got the cross beyond to set up a goal for Dan Brown.
Maybe James could have punched that out there rather than trying to catch.
Yeah. It's a fantastic atmosphere as well, of course, here in the stadium. And it's fair to say that actually a lot of the supporters are here for Tekkers Town, not necessarily #United.
Yeah, well, you've got the star power, KSI, Joella, all the lads, all the big lads.
Yeah.
And got a lot of subscribers, mate. Loyalty.
It's true. But then, of course, on the other side, you've got the team play of #United. And in the time when they were under pressure by Tekkers Town, you know, the likes of Gerrard and of course, Emile Heskey, Sian Garnier, Jeremy Lynch, raining down on them up front, they stay resolute.
#weather the storm. They started stronger, then Tekkers took over, and then in the last 5, they went and took the game back with them.
A lot of people here inside the stadium very excited to see the second half. We'd love to know on Twitter,
Oh yeah, I'll be reading the tweets.
#Wembley Cup, if you want to give us your opinions on that. And of course,
True Geordie and UFC, if you want to specifically talk to me.
We'll be going through that. A lot of people going for pies and all sorts of...
I love a good pie, mate.
Do you?
Bloody love a good pie.
Favourite pie?
Any pie, just with a bit of mash, bit of gravy, fantastic.
Of course.
I know that might surprise me, people. I look like I'm all the salads and all of that, but yeah.
Genuinely, when I first saw
friend.
you, I thought you were going to be bringing me drinks throughout the game, but apparently not.
Oh, is that because of the old smart? I mean, some people dress up for Wembley, do you know what I mean? Take it seriously. You look like you've just escaped.
Or Pizza Express.
Yeah. Let's not get on to pizzas again. We all remember that on the kickoff.
Good point. Which of the legends do you think has had the biggest influence so far?
I mean, you have to say, Robbie Savage was the one who was involved in the goal. You know, Gerrard's dominated the play, but I don't think the players around him have utilised his skills in the way they can. We're seeing Jeremy had a chance, he was going through at one point, didn't pass to Steven Gerrard. There's a straight-up goal, straight away, so...
Yeah.
Kind of Robbie Savage.
Robbie Savage has, and then Steven Gerrard obviously getting in their faces. So far for me, of the normal people or YouTubers who have played...
The humans.
Yeah, the humans that have played in the game, Scotty Pollock's had the biggest effect for me.
Yeah, Pollock.
Yeah.
Big fan of Pollock.
Let's go down now to pitch side, where we can talk to Mark Bright, one of the legends of the Wembley Cup so far. Mark, what are you seeing on the sidelines?
True Geordie, Lawrence, thank you very much. We've thoroughly enjoyed the first half, we have to say. The crowd around us, because obviously you're a little bit higher up there. We're at City Mouse. The screaming, the cheering has been absolutely fantastic. And we have to say, the legends have influenced the game, haven't they?
Oh, 100%. Their impact is unquestionable. I think Tekkers Town, when Steven Gerrard came on that pitch, it was like a whole different team.
Yes, completely. But you have to say, Robbie Savage, great through ball, second assist for the goal, and Emile Heskey, can we say going down a little bit softly?
I'd say it was slightly soft, but you know, who's to say we weren't there at the time, we weren't in amongst it there, but yeah, maybe it might be right there a little bit, Mark.
But it's more competitive than I thought it would be, and the scoreline's closer than I thought it would be. But obviously, #play together, they know each other really well, they play each other like weekly, and they haven't had all their own way, have they?
No, and fair play to the back line of Tekkers Town, because they're a lot stronger than perhaps I was going to give them credit for before the game started. But they're keeping Ryan Adams and Dan Brown and everyone else has been playing up there out, but only for an amount of time. What did I say before the game? Dan Brown will get a goal.
Yeah, and I have to say, Hugh Wizzy, in his defence, when he came off the pitch, 0-0.
Yes.
And David James always said that a good goalkeeper is vital. Drops the second cross.
Yeah.
Dan, right on hand. You cannot wish to score an easier goal at Wembley in a final.
Exactly. We wouldn't have called it as well, especially getting the legend on and seeing that change so substantially. But we've got to talk about Scott Pollock, surely. Scott Pollock for #, the young player, youngest player on the pitch, I'm almost certain of. He is incredible, isn't he? He's an incredible talent.
How old is he?
I think he's 16 years old.
That's fair. So had a very, very good first half. Some of the boys are coming out, as you can see, just behind us here, having a little bit of a warm-up, getting ready for the second half. I'm not too sure what the manager's been saying at half-time, but you'd have to, I mean, you have to say, really competitive, tight. Steven Gerrard getting stuck in, Robbie Fowler getting stuck in. He just said to me, that challenge wasn't too hard, was it? This is football, Robbie. Get in there.
Exactly. I think it could go either way, couldn't it?
It is difficult because you have to say, when the game gets a little bit stretched, obviously people start to get tired. I think the pros will have a bigger influence then with their through balls, and obviously you can see Robbie Fowler. Actually, he's not box to box, is he?
Yes.
He's one of those who's going to be sniffing around, but there's more goals to come in this. I definitely believe that.
For sure. And what are we saying about man of the match? How can people get involved with voting for the man of the match?
Yeah, you need to get involved at home, and you just get involved in the stadium as well. You can vote for your man of the match. Go on to Spencer Owen's Twitter feed and vote for who you want to win your man of the match. Your favourite player might not even play well, but just get involved.
Plenty of candidates so far for that. that accolade.
There is, yeah. We should leave the pros out of it, shouldn't we? We should really, because you know it's their job. So let's choose the YouTubers or the hashtaggers.
For sure, for sure.
Right, I think we can go back up to the True Geordie and Lawrence, guys.
They can actually see us.
True Geordie's probably eating a pie.
A banana.
He's eating something. It's a banana. It's not a pie.
I'm starving, man.
Yeah. To be fair, you had about 5 minutes there where you could have eaten something. And
I mean,
yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, you get what you pay for.
It's a good point. And so in the first half, it was really dominated possession-wise by Tekkers Town. They had 54% of the possession. They also, oh mate, aerial duels fairly similar. But what was really key. It's great hair. It's
what
great
a
hair.
Hairstyle on his son.
It's great hair.
Legendary.
Of course, Opta providing these stats, and one of the key stats, the interceptions. It was the key to the way that hashtag United were playing.
You were the one who recommended we get Opta involved, and they're doing a great job. Well done, Opta.
Personal friends of mine, Opta. The interceptions in the first half, hashtag United made 7 of them. It's those sort of stats where it's key. They're cutting out the key play in the middle. The balls from Gerrard, the balls from the likes of Lynch and Sian Garnier.
We've just had a fantastic tweet saying, watching the Wembley Cup on YouTube and cracking up at the commentary team. What a lovely thing to say.
That's a lovely thing. Who said that?
Just one of the many fans on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. Lovely fans.
Lovely people out there. Of course, it's also interesting to look at some of the Opta stats as to where people have been attacking the most. Hashtag United predominantly been attacking on the right-hand side, as have the Tekkers Town guys. So both sides look stronger on the right side, pummeling the other side's left-hand side.
And the music team are really earning their money today.
I mean, if copyright strikes are a thing, then we're going to have a problem.
I mean, the work rate of that music team.
Stuart Pearce, of course, doing his half-time reboot. They have to do that nowadays with the older models.
Interestingly, one of the things Stuart Pearce was well known for in his career, cracking set of thighs.
Yeah, and he still has them.
Yeah. Often compared to Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. Look, you know, another interesting thing here, you can actually see the Tekkers Town guys out on the pitch already at half-time. Stuart Pearce sent them out early. He wants to... a statement of intent.
He's sending a message there, is he?
What kind of message do you think that sends, Brian? I've not got much to say.
He's via EE.
Yeah. Do you think he texts them all in some sort of group chat?
Do you know who I'd love to grab the headlines today, personally? Chris MD. Love that kid.
Yeah.
Love the lad. He just did a video with Ronaldo.
In which Ronaldo rated his top 3 moments. One of them was in the Wembley Cup.
Yeah. One of the greatest goals.
It was actually a great goal. Well, it was almost a goal.
Oh, look at him, he's shoving that popcorn in. He's a bit like myself. When I go to the cinemas, I'm a 2 popcorn kind of guy.
Really?
Because I go through one before the film starts, so then I have another one.
That's a good point.
Just for the endurance purposes, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You same with bananas?
No, mate, I just wolfed that banana.
Interesting. Of course, Mark Bright is also on the sidelines again. He's interviewing one of the fans on the sideline. Mark?
Yes, guys, we've got a couple of fans here who've enjoyed the first half. Saunders, you fire away the questions.
Okay, well, first of all, we've got to ask, highlights so far, the game.
I would say, do you know what? I think all of it's been quite good. I think obviously the boost coming on and having those guys actually make an impact to the whole thing. That, I think for the game, that's my highlight. Highlight of the series, I would say the big absolute manic on the last episode with the Wembley Cup doubles, I would have said. And seeing Poet and Vooch just clear that up somehow.
How about you, Greg? Highlight of the game so far?
Yeah, it's been real good. Good to see all the legends out there, but my highlight was there was a moment in the first half when it was 0-0. Even Gerrard looked like he was going through, but it was a great tackle from one of the hashtag boys in the back four. Made a big difference.
I thought they would needed a card for that, but...
I think he got the ball. I caught the replay.
If you were voting for your man of the match at half-time, who would you be voting for?
Half-time? Oh. I would, you know what? I would say Sean Garnier. He's been all over the middle of the pitch, I would say, but that's me. And then, well, I don't know what you would say. What would you say?
Yeah, just Evans up front. He got the goal, the first goal. Very good goal, that first one. Yeah.
And you did say before the game, didn't you?
I did say Dan Brown, expect goals.
Yeah.
So who do you think? What legend do you think has made the most impact so far, and how I'm going to continue to do so in the second half?
I'd say Stevie G's been doing the job. Yeah, he's just whipping him in and then getting him in the box. But even Savage got a lovely one for hashtag. that beautiful like through ball, I think that did the job for sure.
Yeah, and even David James, a couple of good saves, kept them in the game, kept Tekkers Town in the game.
What about the atmosphere? I mean, did you come last year? You came last year, so you've seen it grow.
Oh yeah, it's a big, massive development.
Talk to us.
Yeah, no, it's a big, massive development. I think it was about half what it was here last year, and that I mean it was half the stadium. Now it's a full stadium. You can, yeah, it's definitely a nice little step up in the environment. I mean, the atmosphere, and yeah, it's great. It's nice to see it develop for sure.
So 2-1 to #United. What are you saying is going to happen in the second half?
I think it's going to trend down the same line. I think # look a bit better going forward. Like they look like they're going to score more goals. So I think it's probably going to be about 5-3 to #.
Whoa.
How about yourself?
We want goals.
I would say purely because you can see the chemistry #. You can see them actually just gelling together and absolutely just getting them in. He was saying 5-3. I was saying 6-4. So I was saying obviously the first half, everyone just getting used to all the stuff. But I think it should be a nice little goal fest. Hopefully, touch wood. 6-4.
Great stuff. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, guys. Yes, we're down here at pitchside. It's 2-1 to #United against Tekkers Town. The second half will be kicking off shortly. I think the players were making their way back out on the pitch. Here they come down the tunnel now.
Yeah.
Well, let's go and see if the true Geordie hasn't got anything in his mouth, which I very much doubt. Let's go back to the competition for Lawrence and the true Geordie.
Very rare that Brian doesn't have something in his mouth, but for once he doesn't. He's fixing his tie as #United come out for the second half. They've been locked in that dressing room for the whole 15 minutes. Spencer, obviously not forgetting to # it being the captain of the side. They come out pretty much unchanged, I'm told. An interesting part of the first half stats we were looking through at half-time, and you know this from our show, Brian, the average positions of both teams become really important in analysing the game, right?
Well, yeah, because then you'll see where people should be and where they actually are.
Now,
They're not going to be very different.
The interesting side when we lined up the two teams was we said Dan Cutting would be sitting deep in midfield. As it happened, no one has been sitting deep for the Tekkers Town side.
Yeah, Dan hasn't really. Dan is at his most effective when he's on the last shoulder and he's getting his shots off. He hasn't really been in the game at all. And like we're saying about average position, you know, if your team is changing shape, it can obviously be because of what the other team is doing, and they can force you to play their game. And I think that's what #United are going to try and do. Yeah,
it's certainly interesting. We're obviously seeing the two guys up front in Brown and Adams, who are virtually right in the centre, just running through all the time. I think in the second half, if we don't see someone sitting deep and breaking up the play, that's going to have a massive effect on the game as #United line up to take the kick off in the second half.
Would you drop Gerard deeper? And,
yeah. Personally, I would, and I'd leave Sian and Lynch a little further up.
Yeah, and use the legs of them, use the pace of them lads.
Correct.
And then try and get a long ball to Cutting.
But hey, I'm not Zidane.
Use Gerard as the quarterback.
It's tricky, really, because Steven Gerrard obviously wants to get forward and show what he's got, but at the same time, he's got to do a selfless role. Martin Keown there taking a massive swig of Lucas Aiden, smiling at someone. I like Martin Keown.
Me and you, we spent a lot of time taking photos with all the kids who come here. Everyone's very appreciative of us.
Yeah,
it's great before the game. I love that.
Second half kicks off, and William Gallas still sits at the base of that midfield. See, they've put someone there to break the play.
All right, so Cutting's now pushing them further.
Well, I think Cutting's going to end up being one of the two front
trying to read the #team sheet. There's a banana skin over the. Sorry, I forgot about that.
It's interesting actually because actually Dan Cutting has been the player who's been most furthest forward for them, and only Lynch is just behind him really in terms of how far players are forward. Sam Adams plays a ball forward and it's broken up.
I remember in the first Wembley Cup, Lynch did a very good job of cutting in from the wing, whereas this time he's played a lot more central, and he's trying to do a lot when he's getting closed down, so maybe it might be worth pushing him out wide.
Chris MD with an early spurt of pace there. Sian Garnier looking to find someone through the centre. Chris sitting in a sort of number 10 role now.
Conrad cleans up nicely. Pollock sends the ball through to Adams. Adams has got Brown on the overlap. He takes him up on that.
This is classic #United play. What can they do in the second half? Will they go to cross in?
Two.
Missed by the two defenders. Peters misses it there.
All right, you've got Spencer in. Oh, he didn't take him up.
Great
Spencer went two, and Chris MD has robbed Theo Baker.
Allegedly by striking him in the mouth.
Is he holding his mouth?
Yeah, he's holding his mouth, holding his face at least.
Hold your mouth.
Chris MD went across him, and Theo inspecting whatever it is that's inside, or just sitting on top of that tire.
Theo Baker, notoriously a bleeder.
Yeah. Spencer tried to play a ball inside to him there, but couldn't quite get it.
This is Peters whipping it in.
No, but that's not. Oh! Hugh Wizzy gets down well for a simple cross there that was put in by Harrison.
Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah. Peters on the other team.
Yeah, he looks similar from the pin. I might maybe don't get my eyes checked. I remember the first Wembley Cup, I got so much stick for getting Manny and Toby confused.
It was horrific. Sian Garnier, obviously one of the players who's sitting.
Oh!
Ryan Adams,
can he
play it in?
Oh! How does he miss that? Crawford's clearances are questionable, but he does his best pressing.
We're going to need a replay there, because Dan Brown definitely got in. I want to see exactly what happened there. He was obviously looking to avoid the goalkeeper, intercepted there by Ryan Adams, and then what happened with Dan Brown? It looks like the ball's actually intercepted there before it got to Brown. Excellent piece of play there. Excellent piece of play.
Was that Reeve who made that?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Great ball in by Pollock. It just whips over the top corner.
I'd like to see some more long-range shots, mate. I think that's what we're lacking in this one. People are trying to walk it in.
Especially with Hugh Wizzy in goal.
Well, yeah, I mean, Hugh is a very good goalkeeper by YouTube standards, but he is a YouTuber.
Yeah. Just a YouTuber.
100,000 subscribers he hit recently. Congrats to him. Oh.
Hugh's obviously not got the longest kick on him, so someone else is going to take it.
The longest what?
Longest kick on him, so you can see that. And it's Elliot Crawford.
A cracking kick from Elliot Crawford there.
Someone trying to get a little too fancy there in the centre of the park. No need to, Stevie G. You've lost the ball.
Hashtag have come out all cylinders, mate. All guns blazing. Brown.
Oh! Couldn't get it through there from, again,
Brown
Harrison.
was available. Harrison couldn't find him.
Gerrard picks the ball up on the left wing.
Into Manny. Poor touch.
Manny will be so happy to play out there because he's a massive Liverpool fan, isn't he?
Imagine being a huge Liverpool fan and you look across and there's Steven Gerrard, man. That's dream stuff.
Screaming for the ball.
Stuff of dreams.
Yeah. Scotty Pollock again picks it up on the right wing.
Pollock proving a nightmare though for Tekkers Town. Good cross in. Baker can't get the touch.
But Chris MD's played a vital role sitting deep again.
Ooh, that could have been a bad one, that.
Hashtag United don't care
Baker,
what damage they do.
left wing.
Can he put it in?
Good header out. Drops the Pollock. Manny with the tackle. Well done, Manny. That was crucial. Could have given away a penalty.
Credit to Pollock for staying on his feet.
If Pollock goes down there, I think we've got a penalty.
He needed a man on chat.
Jeremy takes it away. In to Manny, who takes it past his man. Tries to return it. Manny does the hard stuff well, but the easy stuff not so much sometimes.
He's fleet of foot.
Lovely ball through.
Reeve gets the ball away. Reeve doesn't always look the most assured. Hugh Wizzy there.
Oh my God, Hugh Wizzy's fumbled it!
I lost all my words because I was just so nervous for Hugh there. Personal friend of ours.
His dance moves are better than his dribbling.
To be fair, that wasn't dribbling, that was one strike of the ball there.
Sorry, yeah.
But to be fair, that was what, two strikes.
Once again, Hugh Wizzy, a YouTuber.
You're more than that. You have a little flick through Twitter there. Hugh Wizzy happy there that he didn't concede a silly opportunity of a goal, maybe a cross, maybe even a corner. Did he even need to keep the ball in? Theo looks to go short with Pollock, but doesn't because Chris MD is, well, not touch tight, but he's tight to him.
Just busy blocking people on Twitter.
Ball goes in, back over the bar. Harrison again. Harrison's been pretty key so far in this game, hasn't he? We've said his name so much.
He's a linchpin.
No, that would be Jeremy.
Seb and Martin Keown in deep conversation.
Seeing who can bore the other one first. William Gallas takes it down like the pro that he is. Pollock takes it again, but it's broken up by Sian. Pollock again, pacey, powerful. Ball put out by Elliot Crawford, hits the corner flag and goes out for a throw. Elliot's looking angry, and now he's Tekkers Towning it to the crowd.
Someone suggests that Tekkers Town should be renamed Freestyle Friends.
Ah, Freestyle Friends.
Maybe it's next year. There's always next year.
Lovely ball in, played off. It's just wide of the post. Again for Harrison, I think. Is that Harrison? No, it's Jimmy Conrad.
He revealed himself there, like Batman.
Batman, of course, doesn't wear a shirt over his head.
We've got a Mexican wave going on here.
Oh, lovely.
I'll tell you what, I could do with some Mexican food right now.
That's majestic. Look at that. It goes through the fancy seats and breaks up somewhat.
It's probably the best organised thing about this event. I tell a lie. We're doing a good job, mate.
Yeah. You certainly are. Chris MD picks up the ball, but it's broken up again in midfield.
On the left-hand side.
The wingers becoming more and more vital each time now. Ryan Adams back to Spence. What can Spencer do?
Smashes it a goal. Was he dribbling it like a basketball?
You can tell how enchanted the crowd are by the fact that they're doing a Mexican wave.
Missed kick. Gerrard went for it, hoping that there would be a misjudgment there. Yeah. Dallas in midfield again. Tackled by Manny. Jeremy Lynch to Chris MD, back to Garnier.
Lovely back.
Jeremy Lynch, lovely football here from Tekkers Town. And Gerrard, of all people, loses it.
Gerrard's trying to play in that tight space between the two lines.
Chris MD out wide to Dan Cutton, who finally gets a touch of the ball.
Great
instantly
tackle.
tackled.
Rich Beck.
Rich Beck.
Beck. You have a big Beck fan?
I love that name.
Spencer marking, cutting, and
corner
it goes
ball.
out. Corner or goal kick? Yeah, goal kick.
That's a corner ball.
Oh, it looks like it is going to be a corner, you're right. Beck jogs back to the centre to defend what is going to be a dangerous ball into the box.
Feeling the love on Twitter right now, Lawrence. People are being very kind about it. We don't deserve it. Oh, what's going on here? Armbags. Jack goes on, by the way. A right character in the #United setup.
There you go, Lynch, and look, puts him down. Well, Sam Adams is trying to make a point there, and the referee comes over to say, these just silly little boys, stop it. But if he's going to be physical with Jacko, who's out as the goalkeeper for the second half. Oh, wow. Gerrard rose above everyone there. He's still got a great jump on him.
Dan Cutton picks it up on the right-hand side, tries to do a trick and fails miserably. Manny. Oh. Brilliant touch there. Into Manny. Manny's got options. He's got Gerrard in the middle.
Sian Garnier plays it over to
Steven Gerrard, who lines up a shot.
Shots wide of the post. Jacko looked worried.
I tell you, I was hoping that went in. No offence to any #fans out there. I just want to see a goal like that.
Great angle here. It just sails wide of the post and hits the stanchion.
A whisker.
Yep. A classic. You can tell when Steven Gerrard sets up, he still has that same technique, still has the same
never
posture.
Lose it, mate. Never lose it.
And still has that same excellent hair that he's always had throughout his career.
There's rumours he's going to go into management, Steven Gerrard.
Well, he's already in management at Liverpool. I think he manages the under-18s.
He's a coach right now, isn't he?
Yeah, for Liverpool. He's got a tricky job on his hands, but Jurgen Klopp says he's doing a great job so far, so it's...
Well, if Klopp said it...
Yeah, and he's ever positive.
Right, we've got a chance here for #.
Pollock plays the ball in. It's split the defenders again. Brown
Theo Baker is through.
Theo's got it!
Wembley Stadium. Hit the music.
Do it when I do that.
Let's rock.
Jacko and Rich Beck celebrate. They have not got this one sewn up, but it certainly looks good for # right now. Of course, there, Dan Brown got the ball, plays a lovely ball through Theo Baker, and all he has to do is shape the ball effortlessly, it seems, around Hugh Wizzy.
Cultured cushion.
We knew that the wingers would come into play in the second half as players tired, but as the disorganisation of that back line at Tekkers Town is made clear.
Can't it really fault Hugh there? He did everything he could.
Well, he did lean away from the ball, but yeah, you're right.
You've got to say, though, the onus now is on Tekkers Town to actually do something in this half.
But, Brian, I think it's clear. They've got to take them down. Take them down to Tekkers Town.
Jeremy Lynch, long ball over the top.
That's a great ball
to Steven
Gerrard.
Oh, it's a long ball.
Jacko diddled and daddled in the centre as it seemed like the imposing legend of Steven Gerrard was raining down, but no goal, handball.
Just looking at people tweeting us now for the early shouts for man of the match there. A lot of people mentioning Scott Pollock.
Chrissy,
you can see why. You can see why.
Theo Baker will be in with a shout if he continues this performance in the second half. Someone's sitting down in the area, and Jacko's having a word with the referee, John Moss. I wonder what they're saying out there. What a lovely shot, Stephen Gerrard there, fixing his socks.
Our good friend Adam McCullough just predicting my final words of the broadcast. He might be right.
Yeah, you love a pucker pie. Sam Adams seems to be limping off at the moment, and I think we're going to see a substitution here. I can't quite see who's coming on.
I think it's Jamel 1-5, mate.
OK, well, that's going to be excellent.
Enter the Jamel.
Jamel, some of you won't know, but some of you will. You'll know if you're a regular watcher of Hashtag United. He's been excellent for them so far, excellent on his own YouTube channel. Sam Adams is going to be upset there as Seb gives him a high five and then directs Jamel as to where to go in that back line.
Jamel recently recovering from an injury he sustained in a seven-a-side match, I think it was, where his eye was badly hurt.
Well, he actually fractured the socket around it.
But like a true soldier, gets back in, gets stuck in.
Unusual that his second name, of course, is Five.
Yeah, named after a famous 90s boy band in Britain. His mother was a big fan.
Touch
from Brown, back to the goal scorer, Theo Baker.
Of course, his middle name was his father's favourite Thunderbird. One, of course, mine was two. The big one that carried the pods. Chris MD takes the throw. Daniel Cutting plays it off, but plays an errant ball.
Back inside, and again, Brown's away.
Conrad running things in midfield there, isn't he? Look at him just sitting at the base of that midfield.
Chris MD is better than that. He'd be disappointed with himself there, but
Dan Cutting will be disappointed.
Cutting's playing sort of like a right wing here, and Jeremy Lynch is like a false nine.
Stuart Pearce already looks dejected. Stuart, you've got another half an hour.
He tried management before, though. Do you know what I mean? He's sort of used to this failure.
Well, wins the ball in midfield there. Jimmy Conrad. Is that Jimmy?
Go on, Jimmy.
Jimmy Conrad coming forward, plays it out wide to Ryan Adams. Theo wanted the ball over on the inside, but he couldn't quite get it. Ball's played out to Pollock. Can he take it?
Saved by Hugh Izzy. Well done.
Especially with two strikers raining down on him, both Brown and Adams.
I love the way Hugh Izzy just screams obscenities at his centre-backs.
He could have put it further away from the goalkeeper.
Close them down, I think.
Yeah. He's saying, close them down, please. Ball played short there, played back to Pollock. Pollock's been a really key player so far. He's going to be looking for Theo Baker's run there. He's going to more likely get a cross in.
I was expecting to see the net ripple.
But it didn't, and that's another chance there for Rich Beck.
Beck's had a very good game.
He has.
Hasn't put much wrong, has he?
Beck's an excellent man. Taking a look through some stats for you in the second half. I'm just looking at who's had a really successful game so far. Robbie Fowler's coming back on.
That's not good if you're a Tekkers Town fan, you know what I mean? You're wanting to push on now, try and get equalisers, and you bring on one of the greatest finishers in Premier League history.
Fowler serious face. Having a little word there with Sian Garnier. Fowler on for Ryan Adams.
Just joking about all the property he owns.
You like your details, don't you? One of the most successful pass ratios so far in the game. Martin leads for Hashtag United, but he's only made 2 passes. Harrison's been very effective. Over 80% of his passes have been successful. He made 23 of them. Jimmy Conrad is the only player to top that, having made 26 passes. 88% been successful. Chris MD subbed off.
One of my favourite players has just gone off. I was kind of hoping there. But then Heskey had a really good first half, didn't he? He was the one who sort of won the penalty in that, so I can see the logic from Tekkers Town there.
I'm impressed with Emil so far. He's been good, hasn't he? Lovely header out wide to Theo. Theo puts the ball over the top, and again, I thought they were away.
Reeve deals with it well. It's to Daniel Cutting. Hasn't done anything in this game as of yet, but he plays it in. And it's Stephen Gerrard who plays it over to Manny.
Manny's got the pace to keep that up, but no, Jamel keeps him down. Great hair.
Kind of want Tekkers Town to get back in this now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Increase the drama, make our lives a bit easier anyway.
At the same time, Hashtag United are great at just shutting a game down. Do you think there's a case for a penalty there with Jamel pushing Manny?
Oh,
look at those.
I can't remember what you're on about, but
those two sharing a little laugh.
Really, I feel like the big players of Tekkers Town need to step up now. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Brown and Adams, they're not the most spectacular, but that relationship that they've got, an old-style English, front two, it's just done wonders for them this game.
The ball goes out there. That's disappointing, but there was a late tackle there from Manny on Jamel. Referee lets it go. John Moss has done a good job so far of keeping this game in check, letting it run at the right times, hasn't he?
Jamel 15 never forgets the hashtag. He's hashtag it in all sorts of situations.
The shops.
Save that for the podcast.
Yep. Short comes Robbie Fowler. Great ball
Baker's away.
Baker, but Hugh Wizzy thought of leaving his body.
He's questioning his own decision there. He's ran back.
Ball in.
Well done by Peters. Yeah, he's had a decent game, the lad. Out to Jimmy Conrad.
Jimmy Conrad just sitting there. Lovely from Scotty.
He is really looking like a man of the match contender here.
Manny was touched.
I agree with Twitter on that one.
Manny's had the better of Jamel so far going forward, but getting back, it's been tricky for him.
I've been asked on Twitter to please address Rich Beck by his proper name, the Man Mountain. Fair enough. I'll give that a go. I don't usually call anyone other than myself that.
Lovely.
Bend the rules.
Saying that to the rules. Reeve there couldn't quite keep the ball under his spell-like touch. If you do want to head over to Spencer's Twitter, you can see a poll there to vote for man of the match. Who would you vote for? I'd probably vote for Scotty Bullock at this point.
Probably. I mean,
it's been excellent.
It's Theo Baker! He's done it again! It's 2 for Theo Baker. I'll tell you what, this lad delivers under pressure.
It looked like what was just going to be an easy-to-save ball, but it missed Hugh Wizzy going in. Hugh was a little taken off guard there, wasn't he?
Sometimes you've just got to unleash the beast when the keeper isn't expecting it, and Hugh's actually, he's walking towards the touchline as if he's had enough. I don't know if that's his choice or the manager. He didn't even jump for that, bless him.
No. Hugh.
Do you know what I like about Baker? Doesn't give up.
No.
Keeps going. First shot doesn't work.
Look how much that means. Look how much that means to Sam Adams, and more importantly, look how much it means to Spencer's dad.
Looks like we're getting the hat-trick of Spencer Owens wins. I'll never hear the end of this, mate.
Yeah, 4-1 to hashtag United. David James comes in. He's going to try and keep this one competitive. Of course, David James won the boosts in this game, so you'd hope that he will improve the side by being back there. Did concede the first goal when he came on last time.
To be honest with you, mate, I'm not pointing the finger. I kind of am, really. Jeremy Lynch and Dan Cutton. We've seen them in previous games be a lot more effective than today.
Yeah.
And I think the well-oiled machine of hashtag, that defend, like, obviously the talent of Cutton and Lynch, you could argue, is probably more so than the hashtag back four. But that tried and tested formula
Dan Cutting's
is
offside.
working. And as you're seeing exactly what I'm saying there, an offside trap laid perfectly.
The interesting thing is, though, Dan could have easily kept himself onside there and didn't.
There's a rumour going around amongst the hashtag boys that, give Dan a couple of kicks and he sort of drops it. You know what I mean? He's not into that kind of game.
Into that. Oh, a soft touch.
Long ball over the top. Oh, that was beautifully
Lovely first
taken.
time ball.
Poet deals with it well, though. Credit where it's due.
They need the likes of Poet on the pitch now for organisation back there.
Under pressure.
He'll have been saying to his manager, Stuart Pearce, let me at him, and he'll say, wait for it, Scrappy, do.
I don't think Poet speaks out.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
Don't do that, please.
See?
Jamel.
I love it when we shout his name at the same time.
Oh, God, Jamel's really having a go here. He could have been through there nearly.
Was it not for Josh Peters, Jamel might have been clean through on goal.
To Stevie G, who is on his way, and he's trying to float the ball over. I think he's looking for the left wing.
He's
the
looking
right wing
for Dan.
He gets it. Emil Heskey, right side. He's got options to Dan Cutting.
Dan Cutting found himself down a bit of a dead alleyway there.
Crossed in, and
that's easy for Jacko.
It's a corner ball, though.
Jacko's looked a little spooked, hasn't he?
All is not lost. Kieran did well there.
I think Dan Cutting wanted a massive performance in this game, and he's not quite had that yet, has he? If they are to come back, you need the likes of him, like you say, to step up. William Gallas has done well.
Fans giving a great ovation here for Manny, who goes into the corner.
Jamel and Heskey.
He's loved by the fans. He's a good lad.
The stadium looks great, so full.
Cross in. Oh, and Chris doesn't get anywhere near it. There's a chance to get it to Stephen Gerrard! Always wanted to do that.
Jacko stops what was a critical turning point in the match if that had gone in. I mean, it was probably just creeping in at the near post, I want to say.
It must be good for AJW, though.
No, that's Jacko.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I mean, AJW is probably enjoying watching as well. That's got to be a goal kick. Yeah. Gerrard is their only attacking threat right now.
Interesting fact about Gerrard. Hasn't changed his haircut since he was 5 years old.
That's true, it's true, it's true. He's the only footballer in history to score in an FA Cup final, a League Cup final, a UEFA Cup final and a Champions League final, winning on each occasion.
I mean, all equally good stats as the one I delivered, so... Just going to check Twitter again, mate.
What's going on Twitter, Brian? There might be another #United chance here.
Robbie Fowler can deliver it back.
Wait.
It's Theo Baker.
Theo Baker had the chance for his hat-trick there, but David James stifled him.
Someone's saying that maybe there is one solution for Tekkers Town. I offered this to Spencer beforehand. I was said, no, that wouldn't be fair. Strip the suit off, high on the shorts, get down there and give people the power, the beast.
Those hips.
The true Geordie. Wouldn't be fair, he said. No. Don't even think about it. You're too valuable. Nobody else can handle long-form content like you, Geordie. You silly.
With great
KSI, Toby Jizzle, coming on. I'm glad to see the lads back on. They really got some skills, got some pace.
William Gallas at the very bottom of your picture there, sharing a funny word with Emil Heskey. Let's look at some of the stats so far. Still, in terms of possession, it's just being edged by Tekkers Town, but only by 1%. It's 49% to 50. In terms of aerial duels won, again, there's a reason that # are doing well. It's because they're winning up in the air. And then, of course, #United also playing the offside trap time after time after time.
Well machine, mate. Well machine.
KSI comes on to partly innovation from one part of the crowd and booing from the other half of the stadium. He's a good guy, bad guy character, isn't he?
Who?
KSI.
I mean,
use your ears, mate. Use your ears.
It's a funny one though. He plays it so well.
He does.
He understands all publicity is good publicity. He's a good businessman. I mean, not all publicity, but you know what I mean.
Man of the match has now gone live on Spencer's Twitter. The options are Theo Baker, Scott Pollock, Ryan Adams, and of course, Cian Garnier. 10 minutes to vote, and then we'll be announcing your man of the match for the third year of the Wembley Cup 2017. A great year and a vintage, I think, after we finish this match. We'll look back and say what great play there was in this game.
Peters crosses it in for Toby Jizzle. That is Peters, isn't it?
William Gallas still out there, and you know that William Gallas is still out there because he's so quietly doing his work, just shepherding the play in the way you'd want a defensive midfielder to do. He's almost a sweeper.
He's a character, him, isn't he?
Jacko.
Oh, he's such a funny lad.
I love Jacko. He was hilarious. Yeah. Really funny guy in real life as well.
Talk to him like a duck in the water.
Yeah.
Cut from the same cloth as me, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, well won by Reeve. Gerrard back inside.
That's a lovely play there from Kieran. He'll really enjoy playing that ball out to Steven Gerrard, but Theo closed it down. I'll be disappointed with the header there, Spencer. That's one of the few touches he's had in the second half, but at least it went out for a throw and he didn't put his team in immediate trouble. You
were saying quite a while back to me that you really think Spencer's improved his game a lot
massively.
In the last year.
You know I play in his next level football league, and every week you watch Spencer, he gets faster, he gets better on the ball, his decisions get better, he's put goal scoring into his game. He is just becoming a better player, even though he's obviously getting a little bit older.
Yeah, he's scoring recently. So.
Lovely header over the top
Robbie
there.
Fowler?
What can Fowler do with it?
Oh, Poet owns him there.
Poet all over him, and you'll know that Poet internally is enjoying it.
Well, yeah, because let's be honest, Poet is a better athlete than Robbie Fowler. It's just simple.
Well, he's younger, he's probably closer to his prime.
But yeah, but I'm just saying, Poet is a better athlete than Robbie Fowler, even in his prime.
Yeah, but does he have as many houses?
Yeah. Robbie Fowler's blooming business is like a monopoly board now. Oh, what a touch from Emil Heskey.
Offside.
Was it hands?
Was it hands? Yeah. And he's too honest for his own good there, Emil.
The thing is with Heskey, you look in his eyes and you see the truth.
He does have honest eyes.
He does, honestly.
Let's take a look at the replay
Emil Heskey
here.
would be terrible at, like, sort of...
I don't know. If I was him, I'd have played on. Robbie Savage is coming back on.
Robbie Savage. To be fair, I'm surprised a lot of this lot know who he is.
Some people do still have subscriptions to certain sporting services. Vuj coming on as well.
Beautiful.
Theo Baker is going off, unusually.
He's on a hat-trick. I'd love to have seen him get the hat-trick.
Jacko there making funny faces as Vuj comes on, so obviously he's a competitive goalkeeper. Charlie Morley will have been asking to come on to score a goal. Reeve gives him a hand to the chest and says, you're mine.
200,000 Twitter followers. Shout out if you joined the party. Strap in.
Strap in. 1,000. Oh yeah, I've hit 26k as well.
Don't forget True Geordie podcast out tomorrow with Alan Shearer. So,
Alan Shearer.
On the right hand side here,
Jamel
1-5 tackled, unfortunately.
Who am I?
Jeremy Lynch has Steven Gerrard to the right hand side of him, doesn't use him, and he's taken down.
No need for that there from Harrison.
Yeah, that was cynical.
Took Lynch down. They're 4-1 up.
I'm a cynical man, and that was a cynical foul.
You don't want to start a comeback though, do you? So you want to stop that. Tripped, no need. In the online poll on Spencer's Twitter, which is at Spencer Owen, that's at Spencer Owen, you can go vote now. I've voted, and the results so far: Theo Baker's got 27% of the vote, Scotty Pollock's got 30, Sian Garnier's got 22, and Ryan Adams with 21% of the vote. If you want to see your man of the match become memorised in history, then you can go there and vote.
That is something that is important on days like this, because you always remember that, don't you? Yeah, you get the trophy and the medal and all that, but man of the match. I delivered a man of the match performance.
Yeah. Who are you voting for at this point, Scotty?
Yeah, I think Scotty's just been quality in everything he's done, really.
He hasn't put a foot wrong. 2 goals, though. 2 goals that Theo scored, which
Theo's
took them
one of
away.
those who just pops up and does stuff like that, but yeah, Pollock's had a real influence on the game overall.
Good point. Heskey gets up. Vuj threw himself at the ball. Vuj, of course, a massive Liverpool fan, so it will be a real thrill for him to play with the likes of Gerrard and Emil Heskey. At this point, you sort of want to see a Tekkers Town goal, don't you? So that we sort of reignite the game a little bit. Yeah.
Desperately.
But they don't have that quality up front, it seems, to complement Emil Heskey.
Personally, I think you change this up, and they've done that. They're aiming. They seem to have. Where's Cutton's gone off for a start? They've got Lynch still on the pitch, but he seems to be sitting. He's sitting in that sort of number 10 position.
Yeah. He's not had enough influence on the game.
He hasn't been successful from there, but hopefully he can release Vuj here, who plays it into the path of KSI, who can't. Oh, he does.
Oh, he's trying to battle there, but broken up. Robbie Savage sends the ball away again. Robbie Fowler then sends it forward. The two Robbies hooking up.
Interesting shape man these days.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's doing his best, isn't he?
That's that sort of house owner lifestyle, I guess.
How many houses do you have? Seb sprinting back to catch up with Poet, but he can't do it. Gallas intercepts the ball. Scotty Pollock is set away again by the Arsenal legend.
Oh, he sends Peters on his backside there. Oh, and it's chipped through by Robbie Fowler. Oh, and that is poor at the back, but they've somehow gotten away with it.
David James still athletic enough to be able to stick a leg out.
Was that Jimmy Conrad?
Probably a powerful neck Jimmy has.
Jimmy's neck is so muscular, have you noticed that?
It's true.
Thick.
David James just fleet of foot.
I don't think it was Jimmy though.
No, I think it was Jack
Harrison. I like talking about his neck anyway, so I don't really care. It's fine. Any excuse.
David James fixing a problem there.
Robbie Savage with...
Does Robbie Savage want a goal? Maybe.
He's looking... He wants to show people what he's all about, you know what I mean? He's a big believer in the future of social media.
Took one man on, David Vianic there. Robbie Fowler, of course, got the better of David Vianic last year with a free kick. This year, he's just sailed past him. Attendance today, I'll tell you, is 34,172.
Ball through.
That's massive for a YouTube football match, isn't it?
At the end of the day, mate, people have to be aware now, we're taking over. YouTubers are taking over. Join the party or get swallowed.
You know what's
literally
quite a threat there from a man who could literally swallow you.
At the end of the day, mate, a lot of these football commentators couldn't do this, could they? Couldn't make this bearable. They wouldn't care. We're doing a great job. Well done, mate.
Even if we do say so.
Oh, and there's a ball through for Charlie Morley.
Charlie's
down the left-hand side. Vianic is chasing. Vianic has got long legs, though. He can catch him. Charlie turns him, and Vianic is on his back. Into Robbie Fowler, who's got the chance to score.
Just blocked by his compatriot, Poet. Vuj was on the floor at the time. Oh.
Any updates or any opinions about the game, don't forget to tweet us using the hashtag Wembley Cup.
Don't forget, of course, to hashtag it.
I'll try and read as many as I can.
Do you think this game could have been different? Well, I'll ask you this in a second when we see it.
Interactive.
Seb asking people to put their hands up so he can play a ball in, plays the ball in, ball across. Oh, well, that was very close.
Someone just tweeted in saying, get Weller on the pitch. Unfortunately, Weller is injured, sadly. We're really looking forward to seeing him play. Although, is he on the sidelines though?
He is on the sidelines, yeah. Is that?
I'm seeing a substitution being made. I'd love him to get the last 10 minutes. We're seeing changes anyway.
Sam Eacott comes on there for Spencer. He's going to come on at right back and slot in.
Getting the jump minutes, to be fair, but you know, anything's good at Wembley.
You're still going to get the cap, though, aren't you?
Pleasure. Do they get caps, do they?
I mean, not physical ones. New era, maybe there's a deal there. Martin comes on. Good old Martin. You know what? Sometimes this Tekkers Town side have not been quick enough to the ball.
Yes. Someone just tweeted, True Geordie's the real man of the match. Too kind.
Not part of the vote.
As well.
Not part of the vote.
We've got Garnier here on the left-hand side. Jeremy Lynch with an option down the right-hand side for Vianic, who's going to try and cross it in. He does so. For KSI, it just breaks down, mate.
Sian Garnier controls the ball, plays it back through. We obviously see Lynch there. Oh, there's no need. Harrison's done.
How about you give this to Steven Gerrard? That's all I'm thinking. Let him line it up.
I'd be so interested to see who says
smash it.
Lynch sort of wants it, and he does have quite a good dead ball technique.
I mean, yeah, there's good and then there's greatness, isn't it?
That's a very good point. I was going to ask you the question as they line up this free kick. Would it have been good to have Billy Wingrove on the pitch for situations like this?
Well, unfortunately, that's one of the reasons Billy has had his injuries, is because he does put his heart and soul and all his power into his shots, and you know, hopefully he recovers very soon. Wish him all the best on that. He's a good lad, Bill.
Robbie Savage trying to use his powers of organisation to set the wall up, working well with Jacko there.
Talking about the game now.
Billy Wingrove is angry out there.
Steven Gerrard with the free kick.
Ooh. Did Jacko just keep that one out there? I heard a touch. He's gone for a corner, so I think he got a touch.
Oh, he's proud of himself there.
Well, look, you just saved a Steven Gerrard free kick there, Jacko.
Oh, that was actually bottom corner.
Beautiful save. Beautiful.
No,
athletic.
well done, Jacko. Wacko Jacko, as he's affectionately known by some of his fans.
No children there.
Cross in. Early.
Short. Lynch plays it across. Jamel heads it away bravely. Pollock. Is that Scotty Pollock there on the breakaway? It is, you know.
Jesus.
Can't mistake those eyebrows.
Do you know what I like about him? Composure.
Also, great pace.
For a young lad, the youngest player we've got playing today, plays like he's been doing it all his life. Probably because he has. Oh, this is good football by Tekkers Town, and Jeremy Lynch has got the pressure.
They've got to put the pressure.
He's got to try and beat William Gallas.
He's run himself down a bit of a dead end there, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he had options inside. Jeremy's decision-making has been questionable today. There's a big difference, as we all know, from doing skills and Tekkers in having a big impact on a game. Do you know what I mean? Decision-making is everything.
Yeah. KSI was trying to get the better of his man there, and that was Seb. Did some little flip-flap in the beginning, then did a little flick back. Seb played the elder statesman of the game there. He's just too experienced. Joe Weller will be upset about this. Look how...
Oh, bless him.
Oh, hello, Joe.
I love that kid, you know. Absolutely love that.
Look at that smile. Look at him.
He would have been a really good player to have to come off, yeah. You know what I mean? He's got the pace, he's got some power about him. He scored in the Wembley Cup before.
He'll be upset.
Such a shame. Such a shame.
Jimmy Conrad there with the ball through.
Well, we have a chance here.
Hello.
We have a chance.
Save, great save, David James.
Oh, that is good from David James.
Beautiful play. Denies Dan Brown. Oh, no, not Dan Brown, actually, yeah. Denies Phil Martin another opportunity.
Phil Martin, unforgettable name.
Obviously, my favourite producer of the Beatles.
Oh, God, we have hashtag again.
Phil
Pollock,
streaming
relentless. It's him again.
Can he score?
Turns.
Cuts inside.
Left.
Oh, that's lovely.
Inside, outside. And we've got Robbie Savage.
Plays it back to the edge of the box.
It's Garnier with the tackle. And Morley gets back up with the ball. This is...
That's lovely. Yeah. Too many of them.
Dirty. This is dirty.
Credit to Charlie Morley, though. He carried on with the play, even though he'd been taken down. Cian Garnier won the ball. Charlie Morley sat on it, then got back up from it. Credit, Charlie. Credit. If you want to hear more commentary like this, tweet. Hashtag Wembley Cup.
People in Australia at 2:15 AM watching this game. Yep. That's how important it is to people. That's what it means.
You know, it will be disappointing for a lot of people out there.
If you're a hashtagger or a Tekkerer or whatever you call yourself.
A towner.
Thanks for coming.
T-Town, a TT. Don't forget to Tekkers it. There's not been much swaz in this game, has there, Brian?
Charlie Morley here. Looking for options. A lot of people seem to get... That's the experience factor, because a lot of players get their head down and they don't look up for options. But they've found themselves in a great position here with Sebi. Seb can knock it inside!
Oh, well, he was so close there. Martin again puts it wide. Oh, no, he doesn't. Apparently that was intercepted, meaning a corner for hashtag United. He was onside there.
I really should have gone to the toilet at half-time.
Oh, you really should. Don't worry, you'll get your chance. There are some paper planes being thrown from the crowd.
Yeah, I understand what they're doing there.
Clever.
Makes sense, doesn't it? You worked it out yet?
No,
Get their attention, innit?
Get their attention.
We've got Steven Gerrard here with KSI making a great run into the middle, but Gerrard takes it himself. Oh, and he loses it, bless him. Bless his cotton socks.
No one gave him a good option there. KSI.
I think that JJ tried his best, but he isn't a professional footballer, so it isn't as easy as that. If he'd run out wide himself and then maybe created some space down the middle, it might have worked out.
Yeah, don't forget, if you go to the description just below, you can find out more about the free boost that you can get with EE. Obviously, the people providing this great entertainment for you today. Go take a look in the description below and you'll see a lot more information about that. Some exciting offers there for you guys.
Thanks to EE.
Thanks, EE. I'm with them. They've fantastic coverage everywhere. Great ball forward. Speaking of great coverage, Charlie Morley sails through. Surely there, the goal has to be punished.
And he wants it! He's bombed it in the net!
He scores one of the best goals.
He's done it!
Taken
Charlie
out by
Morley
goalkeeper David James.
to the crowd.
Surely David James will still receive a card for that. And he's got the handshake that he wanted from Jamel15. David James will be disappointed because his name goes down in Wembley Cup history as the guy who took Charlie Morley out.
Good friends,
only for Charlie to go on and score a goal. Charlie reveals his chest.
Complete lack of muscle and body hair, but he's proud of himself anyway.
There isn't ever really such a contrast as between you and Charlie Morley. To
be fair to him, you've got to give him credit. That was good.
Look at him, goes down, but no, gets up. You know what? A lot of these young guys, the Pollock, the Charlie Morley, the Baker, all of them have shown shades of a young Steven Gerrard battling through. Sam Adams there, look at his face, goal.
Unfortunately, Steven Gerrard hasn't shown the young Steven Gerrard.
Yeah,
it's fine, he's tried his hard.
Yeah. You know what, he's probably been one of the better players of the match for Tekkers Town.
It's not happening for him, bless him.
No.
Bless him.
5-1 #United, and at this point that looks like an unassailable lead for the Tekkers Town guys, who at times have looked like a great side and possible challengers
to be honest
these
with you,
guys.
before the game, you and I both thought that the experience of playing together week in, week out would be the deciding factor.
It upsets some people behind the scenes.
However, first half I was starting to think I was completely wrong because Tekkers Town had done really well, but
it's close.
It's told.
Well, the young guys that Spencer...
The game is to be sold, not to be told. It's told. Pollock, right side. This is getting crazy now, everyone.
That's 6-1, and of course, it's our man, Phil Martin, with the goal.
The unforgettable Martin, and there goes the music again.
If you haven't already
Who's pressing that button?
I wish I had those flames near to me, because I tell you what, I need some warming up. It's certainly interesting out there. That was that a question of offside? No, Phil Martin. Phil Spector.
Question of offside. He passed it backwards. And that was Pollock with the assist again, mate. I'm not being funny, but Pollock. Now I see why everyone's calling him the next big thing. A lot of hashtag signs there.
It's been the young guys that have made the difference in this game. Scott Pollock, Theo Baker.
Oh, the youth.
Some big guys. And of course, Jamal 1-5 enjoying it as well when he was coming on.
Yeah, Morley, interestingly, first person he went to thank when he scored was Jamal. There's obviously a close bond there.
You know what?
Like brothers who look nothing alike.
I'm happy for the hashtag United teams. It's only Schlur. Oh, almost touched beyond him there.
Oh, Wizzy's getting a kick about on left wing now.
Poet's angry.
Well, he's a competitor, mate. He's a winner and he doesn't like to lose. It's understandable. What are you after? Are you trying to head for a cup of coffee?
Yeah, I want a little coffee here. Phil Martin, physical.
Is it Phil or Ray Martin?
Ray Martin.
You said Phil Martin.
Yeah, Phil Martin. Ray Martin. Ray Martin. Sounds like some sort of follow-up to Bruno Mars. Ray Martin, 24-carat gold.
Robbie Savage just lazily walking it into the corner.
You know what? He's not lazy. He's looked good today. He's been...
You're 6-1 up. There's no point in running it into the corner, though, is it, really?
That was a lazy back heel. I've had better back heels than that.
Oh, and he's had to bring him down with his hands. I like Manny's hair.
Guys, you voted on Spencer Owen's Twitter. Man of the match goes to Scott Pollock.
Yeah, mate, so. On my Twitter, at TrueJordy_NFC, everyone's been saying the same thing.
Yeah, to be fair, it's true he's had a great game out there on the wing and centrally as well. Something going on here. There's a big news for you. Someone's been getting changed in the dressing room. Someone we said would have a big influence on the game. Billy Wingrove is going to come on.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
6-1 down. His team needed him earlier.
Too little, too late, though, isn't it? Really.
Billy missed out on last year's game, sadly for him. He missed out on most of this year's game. Apparently, he's going to make an effort to come on. There you go.
Oh, the ovation's great, to be fair, though. The thing is, a lot of these kids pay to come and see Billy Wingrove, and he doesn't want to disappoint them, even though his leg isn't where it could be, you know, and he's not fully fit. So,
great
respect to that. Hashtag respect the leg.
David James coming out there, collecting the ball.
And Billy Wingrove gets his first touch.
Look at him sprinting back.
How's he running that quick if his leg's not?
Well, he's only just recovering. He's going through physio at the moment, taken down by Robbie Savage. No need for that, Robbie. We want to see a fairy tale finish. No need.
I would love a goal from Tekkers Town here. Give it to Stevie.
Give it to Stevie Gerrard. Stevie Gerrard. Although Billy Wingrove is...
I feel like Robbie Savage just can't touch anyone without fouling. Do you remember that advert a while ago where someone touched him and it turned to sweets?
Yeah.
That's a bit like Robbie Savage when he bumps into people in the corridors and that. They're just dropping down.
Robbie Savage does love Skittles, I'm told. stoic there on the sideline. Yes, that's right, Martin Keown, stoic.
Steven Gerrard steps up for the free kick, 25 yards out.
Second chance from a very similar position.
Jacko is aware of his capabilities.
What can Jacko do? Second time lucky. Gerrard takes a deep breath as John Moss steps back to him and says, "Take it away, Stephen." Love you, Stephen. That's one mad into him.
Steven Gerrard.
That was inches wide. He wanted to equal what Robbie Fowler did just the week before.
I mean, there was a few people questioning Steven Gerrard's retirement before this game, and I think we can all agree now it's probably the right call. Sorry.
No, that's not true. That's not true. It's a personal hero of mine there. Only put the ball inches wide, showing how effective he could have been if he was played in a different position.
Fair, mate. That's it. It's all over. Hashtag United 6, Tekkers Town 1.
Victorious manager 3 years in a row with his victorious captain 3 years in a row. That's the triple as Jimmy Conrad vlogs for the first time after Spencer won 3 in a row in the Wembley Cup. The Wembley Cup 2017 finishes 6-1 to hashtag United. Tekkers Town will be disappointed with that.
Massive walk up on it, all the way down from commentary down to the pitch. My poor little legs. Spare a thought.
It's going to be, they are miniature legs as well.
Hashtag respect the leg.
Scotty Pollock, man of the match there, thanking absolutely everyone. A little wink to Steven Gerrard as he shares a moment with Ecott and Seb. Hugh Wizzy goes over for a little high five. Late on, Spencer was off the pitch, just sort of sharing a few words with Martin Keown. There's some affection between those two. He looks up to him quite a lot.
You win enough trophies with someone, even if they are sort of, you know, not professional level football trophies, you're going to have an affinity.
You can see there on Chris Henry's face, he's upset with the result. He's upset with his own performance.
Yeah. Well, you remember these lads are all going to spend time together after the show, and there's going to be a lot of banter flying around.
Thank you very much to the officials,
especially
of course.
From me.
Thank you very much to the officials, of course, John Moss, Andy Holliday, Sean Massey, Stuart Atwell on the sidelines. Those guys all did a great job of keeping the game flowing today, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic day, and I tell you what, it's going to be a good day. Tomorrow, when Alan Shearer appears on the True Geordie podcast. Don't forget to check that out, everyone. 2 goals, of course, today for Theo Baker. Yeah, mate, Theo, he's one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet. You know what I mean? He is a natural footballer. Once he gets on the pitch, he finds the right positions. It just happens for him. Mark Bright is down on the sidelines. We'll be hearing some interviews from him a little later on. He'll be collecting some of your favourites. He gets excited, doesn't he? He does. Geordie. I've got an interview with someone. I found one of the YouTubers. He's a Chris HD. Those are the medals there you can see in one of the officials' hands. There's a silver medal. Why don't we get medals? Because we didn't do anything significant. I don't think I've ever had a medal in my life. Let's throw now to Mark Bright and Steven Gerrard. Lawrence, thank you very much. We've got Stevie G here, who's not really used to losing in finals. Stevie, tough afternoon out there. Yeah, very tough. I feel sorry for the boys. Put a lot of effort in, but unfortunately we were second best all over the park today, so we have to accept defeat. We had a few good individual players out there, but it just goes to show it's all about the team in this game, and the best team won. Did you think that they played well? I think they did in periods, but I think what struck me most is they were very organised. They didn't come out of the slots very often, and when we got round their box, they were very organised and compact. And as you know, you've been around the game for a long time. If you're organised and hard to beat, you can survive. I think it showed that they are a team who play together more regular. Yeah, of course, you know, they're used to each other. This is the first time I've met 99% of these boys, so it was tough, but it's a learning experience, and we'll come back better next year. Can you say you enjoyed it or not? I never enjoy losing. I enjoyed the occasion, but I didn't enjoy the game. You know yourself, it still hurts no matter what level of football you compete at, so no, I didn't enjoy it very much. You're still in good shape though, mate? I'm still doing a bit. I joined in with my team. Try and tick over, but you realise very fast when you come out of the game that it's very difficult. Listen, anyway, commiserations. Thanks for coming down. Thank you. Spencer. Mate, what can I say? There's a bit of brotherly love going on here, you know. Obviously, so does Spencer's brother, younger brother. Skipper,
3 years in a row. What can you say?
Not a lot, to be honest. The best one of the lot for me. The crowd was unbelievable. You know, their record numbers. All the boys put a shift in. You know, the other teams deserve a lot of credit. Tekkers Town, they're put together. They don't play regularly. We do. I thought they gave it their all. The scoreline, the goals came thick and fast at the end. I think fitness played a part, but it was competitive until the later stages. And it's just an honour to play in this Wembley Cup again and win it.
But you know what Stevie G said? It doesn't matter about the individuals, it's all about the team. He said you could tell they played as a team. And coming into it, Saunders was quite confident. He said, oh, we'll win. And I said, right, don't underestimate the pros. But really, the pros didn't affect you, did they?
I mean, it's easy to say that. It's a lot of work you have to put in to keep them quiet. You know, not even just Stevie G, but the likes of Cian Garnier, Jeremy Lynch, they're a handful. But yeah, you saw what 11 people playing for each other, playing for a badge can do. You know, we've had a lot of big results in this club, way beyond our pay grade. If you look at the individual players there, you could argue a lot of them would be better than some of ours. But I completely agree with what Stevie G said. You know, you can't beat being in a team.
And can I just say as well, a lot of effort goes into this day. And I know you get a little bit worried, and obviously we're disappointed with Rio, but out of 10, how happy are you with today?
Oh, mate, 10 out of 10. You've got to say William Gallas came in and put an unbelievable performance in, so no problem there at all. And it's a massive thank you to everyone who makes it possible. Obviously, EE wouldn't be possible without them, but everyone that comes, people coming to this game, you know, buying the ticket, raising money for sport relief. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. So shout out to all of them, every single person that came, and all the boys from Hashtag and Tekkers Town for putting on a show.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Spence.
Don't forget to hashtag it.
Forget to hashtag it, come on!
Have we got Billy, Stuart, Jeremy?
Commiseration, boys. Brilliant game, brilliant game. Tell me what your thoughts of it.
I think the scoreline didn't really tell the true story, to be honest. I think that because we haven't played together as a team, we found it very difficult. And hopefully next year we can build on that and get a couple of training sessions in where we know a bit of shape about our team. That's what we really needed. That's what we was missing out on today.
Stu, wasn't to be?
No, I think they were more organised than we were, probably a little bit more physically mobile in their back line than certainly we were. And you've got to give credit to Spencer and his team, very well organised, and credit to them. Probably 6-1 didn't do us credit, but we give some sloppy goals away. But listen, our boys loved the game. It's brilliant.
Jeremy, sorry, mate. I mean, you gave it your all, didn't you? But you know, because you've been on that team, and you know how good they are as a team.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you win gracefully and you lose gracefully, and I think everyone who's watching who knows football could see that. It was kind of a semi-pro team against a YouTube team. But as long as the fans enjoyed the spectacle, that's the main thing. Yeah, that's what we hope for. A massive turnout, unbelievable support for the Tekkers Town and for Hashtag. And you know what? You win some and you lose some. You win some and you lose some.
But they came to be entertained, and Billy, they must say they've been entertained today.
Oh, it's been fantastic. I mean, the support we've had is unbelievable. To think that YouTubers can bring in a crowd like this is just phenomenal. And you know what? We've got to thank each and every person for coming, and all the people that have streamed this back home. It's been incredible.
I have to say, 34,172 fans inside Wembley for non-professional game. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of League One and League Two clubs who'll be absolutely delighted with that. But boys, listen, commiserations. Next year?
Next year, we're thinking Hashtag United versus F2FC. So our own team.
Oh,
heard it here first.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Listen, stay tuned. But commiseration, boys. Thank you very much. Skipper, Stu, sorry. Bill, sorry about that, mate.
Next year, mate. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? We can say the scoreline was a little bit harsh, though, Saunders, because right at the end, you kind of didn't deserve to go down 6.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I think we've actually got an exclusive here. We've got a man of the match, Scotty Pollock, about to come and get involved.
Can we just bring in
Scotty P?
What I want to say to you is, amazing. How old are you?
16.
16 years of age, man of the match, voted clearly by the fans on Spencer's Twitter feed. I'm going to be handing you this bottle here on behalf of us, saying absolutely well done, fantastic, really enjoyed watching you.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
just thank you to everyone that voted. It's been an amazing game, amazing atmosphere, and yeah, it's just buzzing. It's unbelievable.
What was the best part for you?
Just winning the game in general. It's not about individual highlights, and I'm just happy we won the game 6-1. I did manage to get a couple of assists, help out the team. It's just been unbelievable. Just shout out to everyone who's been following and watching me and just voted for me. It's unbelievable.
Is this your first time at Wembley?
Yes, it is. So great debut to have, man of the match. I'm absolutely buzzing.
Saunders?
I say the same words that were said at the very start of the #Academy series. Remember the name, Scott Pollock. Well done, mate. Really, really good stuff.
Go and enjoy yourself.
Cheers.
Excellent. Wow. I think it was unanimous, wasn't it, Saunders? You know, the vote was up there for everyone to see.
Yeah.
You have to say Theo Baker scored a couple of goals. I thought, you know, might have sneaked it. But I think everybody saw that clearly on the day. The youngest player on the pitch absolutely went out there and enjoyed himself.
Yeah, there's definitely enough room for Theo Baker to get that with the 2 goals. But Scott Pollock, as well as the assists, I'm pretty sure he was involved in almost every single goal, and he's just such a presence on the pitch for such a young guy, and it's amazing to see him play, and I really look forward to seeing what he does in the future.
I might actually take his number and get him down to Palace, because we need somebody who can create a little bit. Theo might get a chance to get in the team as well. But no, enjoyed the day?
Yeah, incredible atmosphere. You got to give it to everyone that's turned up here, giving it their all. There's been so much support for everyone on the pitch, and you know, it's just so great to be a part of it. It really is.
It is. It's like when you played 14 years, and the Hesk. What can I say, mate? It's tough at the top.
It is tough.
Did you enjoy the day?
Yeah, it was great. I hope all the fans enjoyed it, to be honest with you. I enjoyed it, playing out there. I haven't played here for a while, and the pitch seems to be bigger. I'm not sure. I don't know. They seem to have extended it a little bit, but, you know, it was good fun. Apart from the score.
Apart from the score, yeah. Was it a bit harsh? 6-1.
The fitness level showed at the end, and that's when they're going to get most of their goals. And you know, if we created a couple more chances, you never know. Could it be 6-4, 6-5?
Stevie just said you can see they play as a team.
Yeah, they're organised.
Yes, organised, and probably would a couple of training sessions, been a bit better for the boys?
More than a couple. More than a couple. But yeah, I think if we'd have came together and we'd have had an organisation, because not pointing any things, but there were certain positions that just weren't, people didn't understand them, and left us a little bit vulnerable, but it happens.
Best team won on the day?
I think so, yes.
Saunders?
I mean, not your normal day out playing with a bunch of YouTubers. How did you find that?
It was good. At the end of the day, I played against Spencer and them before, so I know how organised they are, I know how they play. So yeah, but obviously with the lads, it's just great. It's just great to get out and play. It's for all these really, so it's nice to be out here and playing for them.
As someone that's come from the professional football scene, coming here for a YouTube game and seeing a crowd like this turn out, what do you think of that?
Yeah, it's crazy. I kind of understand it because I've got kids, so I understand the euphoria around it and everything, and what backing they have and everything. So because of my kids, I understand it.
Brilliant stuff.
Okay, Amel, thank you very much. Go and collect the runners-up medal, as they say.
Thank you.
Did you see that?
That's a penalty.
Yeah, Lawrence and the true Geordie. What can you see from up there?
We can see quite a lot from up here, Mark. Thank you very much. Some really interesting interviews there. Emil Heskey, the likes of Steven Gerrard as well. Spencer Owen, of course, 3rd time victorious in this
I mean,
final.
It was quite ironic there, because Brighty was saying that, you know, Crystal Palace could do with a few of these players, but he's actually right.
Yeah.
You know, sadly.
Yes, it's true.
Palace are that bad. And just to clear up one more thing, he wasn't supplying alcohol to a minor. That was fake. There was nothing in that. He's going to be told to keep that until he's legally old enough.
It's true. Of course, Ryan Adams getting a goal in this game. Brown, Baker getting a double. Morley and then Martin finishing it off. Lynch, obviously one of the captains, getting the goal, but Steven Gerrard looks rueful, and you just see him thinking, if only I could have been on that #United side. Imagine what we could have done.
I don't know if he was thinking that, but it was so funny when he was like, yeah, we'll come back next year, we'll work harder. And I was like, yeah, it's fine,
It's
mate.
time for the presentation.
They are talking about just a YouTube game here. They are talking about leaves, pal. Don't lose it. Sleep over. He literally looked like he was going to go home and kick his dog off. Well, not literally. I don't even know if he's got a dog.
Well, now it's time for the presentation ceremony.
Let's enjoy the presentation, everyone. Everyone's getting medals. We should really be getting a medal, mate.
And we're pleased next up, the runners-up today, commiserations, Tekkers Town.
So as the guys come up, it's looking fascinating.
There's,
we go through with Cian Garnier there. He was probably one of the best players on the team for Tekkers Town, wasn't he? All right,
next time we see
KSI there, one of the biggest YouTubers. For some reason, friendly with Mark Bright. Chris HG
Mark
there.
Bright just gets friendly with certain people for funny little reasons, doesn't he?
David Vianic there, having a chat with Martin Keown. He'll be disappointed. Daniel Cutting. He pretty much disappeared in this game, didn't he? Oh, Mark Bright's so affectionate to all these guys.
Cutting,
Rota Shaw, happy to be part of the day, as was Peters and Reeve, those guys just coming into playing football in this side of things. And of course, a very cut Joe Weller coming through there. It's boxing training.
Yeah, he's showing that off, isn't he? Big fight coming up.
Mark Bright very appreciative. Emil Heskey, of course, and trying his best there was Elliot. Poet looks upset. Discussing there with the Arsenal legend Martin Keown. What was going on with his knees? Well, gashed open there. He was disappointed himself. He was so jubilant last year. This year, he looks the opposite of that, forlorn. Hugh Wizzy.
And the captains of the F2
still kissing it for some weird reason. That's not his. So Jizzle, Manny, and of course, Wingrove and Jez.
Just not the game they wanted, is it? From the big lads, Jez and...
At times they talk their chances down, but they should have been talking them up, because you know what, this team had the potential to do better than they did.
We seen in the first half, it was very evenly matched, but the organisation and the fitness paid off for the United.
Adams there walking along the line. He'll be very happy to take a medal this year, because, you know, one of Spencer's best mates there walking down the line. His brother, Sam, just behind him. Theo Baker with the double during the game. Impressed with Theo?
Yeah, I mean, he scored 2 goals, mate. He's always good, Theo. You know what you get with him.
Yeah, there's the man of the match, Pollock. And he deserved that, didn't he? Yeah. Phil Martin there, producer for the Beatles. Jimmy Conrad, American hero.
Man.
Rich Beck, Harrison.
The man mountain, Rich Beck.
Charlie Morley with probably one of the goals of the game.
There was no keeper in, but he did well.
To be fair, the goalkeeper was out because he came out to take him down.
William Gallas.
Legend, AJW just ahead of him.
With hours for spare, because someone made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Of course, Robbie
Don
Savage
Polio.
just behind him.
John Spencer.
Jamel Seb, and of course the captain of #United, Spencer Owen, puts the medal round his neck. He never forgets to hashtag it, but in this tournament he never forgets to win it.
And the winner of the Wembley Cup 2017.
Mark Bright hands the cup off to Spencer Owen.
#United.
That's a lovely image, isn't it? Bubbly water all over the lens. Look at that. Spencer will be so happy as streamers fly down on him. Flames ridiculously.
He's crushed the dreams of Tekkers Town, and he is revelling in it right in the faces.
That's incredible, isn't it? Robbie Savage actually had a very good game today. He should be revelling in it as well.
Oh, you will be.
Yeah, credit to him, credit to him. Winners of the Wembley Cup 2017, it's #United. Maybe against the odds, considering what skill they had in their squad. But ultimately, it was the team that came together, wasn't it, Brian?
Football's a team sport, mate, unfortunately. That's why I've never really been very good at it.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? I'm all about #1, mate.
Yep. Some of the streamers float off into the sky in the same way the dreams of the F2 have at this point. Everyone else is down to earth, and here's Spencer with a speech for the crowd and you.
Thank you to everyone at Tekkers Town. Thank you for playing. Billy, Jeremy, thanks for being part of the series. Obviously the legends as well, wouldn't be the same without you, and the legends on our team as well. So can we give a quick round of applause to all the legends for coming and playing? It's an absolute honour to get to play with, you know, actual ex-professionals. And let's also not forget the elephant legend in the room, Jimmy Conrad. Thanks for playing, Jimmy. I want to say a special shout out to all the #boys for helping make my dreams come true and pretend I'm actually half decent at football every week. So boys, thank you for playing. #United, guys, give them a round of applause. I've got to say a massive thank you to everyone at EE for making the Wembley Cup possible. 3 years we've done it now. We've come a long way from when we started playing behind closed doors to this. So thank you, EE. And of course, finally, I've got to say a huge thank you to every single one of you to coming to Wembley Stadium to watch us play. Everyone online at home who's watching as well. You make us feel unbelievable. I know I'm speaking for the guys on Tekkers Town and # in saying we never thought we'd be playing at Wembley Stadium. in front of no one, let alone 30,000 people. So honestly, from me to you, thank you for making our dreams come true. And finally, don't forget to hashtag it. Come on, boys! Yes!
I can deal with it. Didn't want one anyway.
A lovely...
He sort of thanked everyone for coming, and I guess I'm part of that. So, in a way, big thank you from Spencer.
In many ways, you are the people's champion.
Yeah,
so,
but at the end of the day, when it comes to this sort of thing, you know, you can have all the production, all the players and everything, but it's the voice. That's what matters, mate. That's me.
Spencer and his team never forgot to hashtag it throughout the match. A fantastic game of football, dominated.
He's built something very special here, Spencer, and he deserves all the credit in the world.
Yeah, it really was excellent play from his hashtag United compatriots out there. They made the most of what they had, and ultimately...
His captain's armband out.
Spencer gets the last laugh.
Like The Rock. Do you smell what Spencer's cooking?
Not from here.
No, we're miles away.
Seb, his brother, comes over to congratulate him as well. Look how happy they are. Those two brothers have really made the most of what they've got.
And Saunders. Let's not forget him.
They've got something in bags. There's Manjdog just in front of them, one of their business associates as well.
If you're watching, don't forget to subscribe to The True Geordie, by the way. Great podcast coming out tomorrow. And a regular live show every weekend called The Kickoff.
With Alan Shearer, of course, this week.
Doing bits.
Jimmy Conrad there with the cup. Jimmy's won things before, but this will be one of the sweetest for him.
Do you know what it is, mate? Like, the thing is, we know a lot of these lads behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, is we're the commentators and we're just, you know, talking about what's happening. But people like Jimmy Conrad,
work their whole life.
I am very lucky to have met someone like him in my life. He's such a good bloke. One of the nicest men you can ever meet.
Yeah, and
it's good seeing him have some success, you know.
It's good to see him success in his second career as well. I mean, he was a very famous footballer. He's transitioned almost seamlessly. Oh, Theo there, teasing the crowd. Just throw it away, mate. Thank you. Dips that pair of boots he just
Probably the best song of the night. Enjoying this one. Just the right volume so I can still hear myself think. Ideal.
Jimmy's still enjoying it. Spencer throwing away prizes. It's been fantastic to have you guys on the stream with us.
Really
Thanks a lot for watching. Highlight for you?
Sitting here with you, mate. You know, at the end of the day, this is isn't an easy job. There's a lot of YouTubers who would think of this as a nightmare. Me and you, it's the comfort zone. I really enjoyed it because we do this all the time and I have a good laugh for you.
Team sport.
Appreciate you coming along, mate.
Team sport, this commentary as well.
But as for on the pitch, my favourite moment was just being able to call out Steven Gerrard's name. I know that might sound daft, but I rate him as a player. I really rated him when he was in the Premier League. So it's good as a commentator to say I've called the Steven Gerrard game now.
Some fantastic plays, some fantastic players. Legends out on the pitch making a real difference to this game. But ultimately it was the team that have been friends for years, hashtag United, that walk away victorious on the day from the Wembley Cup 2017. 3 years in a row we've seen the captain Spencer Owen victorious. A personal friend of yours.
I mean, he's one of my best mates on YouTube, and I did say at the start of the match, I don't know which take they've left in, but I said he's a born winner, and that is no joke. He gives 1,000,000% everything he does. This whole thing, even being here, is because the effort he puts in. When he gets on a pitch, it's no different from that.
Great scenes. Well, thank you very much, True Geordie, for joining us on the stream today.
Thank you, Lawrence McKenna.
Thank you very much to everyone who's watched as well. It's been fantastic to have you with us. Oh, hashtag United walk away victorious here.
And a big thank you to everyone who watches all these YouTube videos of all of these lads.
Yeah.
And who turns up for all of this stuff, buys the t-shirts and everything like that, because you are enabling everyone to pay the bills, and that is the most important thing in life.
You're actually giving people their dream. Some dreams come true here today. Yeah. So
well, enjoy themselves.
Yeah, and we hope you enjoyed the stream as well. Don't forget that you can join us on the hashtag Wembley Cup, which EE has been very good to put on. There's been fantastic coverage of it here today. Thank you very much to EE as well for bringing all this together in the end. Wembley, and I know Spencer, very grateful to them. Thank you very much for bringing all the legends together. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again, hopefully, here again real soon.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.